Yo, 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 yo. Pyramid plot from the bottom to the peak. Ash weaving lies, truth ain't weak. Naysayers squawking, no news speak. Scheme crumbling, cult shattered, bleak. Promises of wealth, gold feathered truth. Unpassive dreams, scams hollow booth. Eyes unblind, it's time to sleuth. Escape the web, find proof in youth. Time to bounce, leave the cult zone. Scheme falling, let it be known. Naysayers truth on daggers thrown. Ash's kingdom, we're breaking the stone. Digital deceit on passive streets. Scams run deep, feel the beats. Investors cry, no way to eat. Unmasking this fraud, no repeats. Ash's words, smoke screen facade. Promises broken, dreams all charred. We've woken up, we're off guard. Breaking free, cut the cord, charred. Lies exposed, truth widely spoken. Chain reaction, web is broken. Freedom's here, scams out in the open. Naysayers rise, no more coping. Yeah. Lies exposed, truth widely spoken. Chain reaction, web is broken. Freedom's here, scams out in the open. Naysayers rise, no more coping. Blocks falling, schemes broken. Ash got him choking, wallets getting stolen. Promises of gold, dreams been molded. Naysayers expose lies, truth unfolded. Naysayers in the streets, Ash scam unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking code, let the truth rattle. Unpassive's a joke, no need for babble. Promises, illusions, they got you in a daze. Webs out flashy, but heart full of haze. Fake riches, paper castles in a blaze. Ash's empire crumbling, end of the craze. Naysayers in the streets, Ash scam unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking code, let the truth rattle. Unpassive's a joke, no need for babble. Promises, illusions, they got you in a daze. Webs out flashy, but heart full of haze. Fake riches, paper castles in a blaze. Ash's empire crumbling, end of the craze. Naysayers in the streets, Ash scam unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking code, let the truth rattle. Unpassive's a joke, no need for babble. Spinning tales, tales in the dark. Got folks in trance, hypnotized by the spark. Dim truth peeking, find your mark. No riches here, just an empty park. Preaching progress where reality twisted. Unpassive dreamers, naive and misfitted. Broken promises, karma never resisted. Naysayers can't tell how we existed. Still you'll catch your time, ain't.
Naysayers don't play, we speak what's true. Unpassive scheme ain't meant for you. Ash got plans to steal your soul. We won't lead you down that hole. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Hey, Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. We won't be silent, gonna raise our voice. Speaking facts, ain't no choice. Break the chains of a dirty scheme. Naysayers live in the dream. Promises of gold, but all you get is smoke. Ash's empire, just a joke. Naysayers stand up, keep it real. We We cut through lies like sharpened steel. We work, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Hey,
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Stop going there.
Hello, everyone, and happy FriYAY. I hope that you are all having a fabulous, amazing start to the day anyway. It's almost over for some of you, I'm sure. But here we are. I am very, very happy to be here with you today. It's been a little while since we've done a real FriYAY, and I apologize for that, but today should be a good one. So, woohoo! I can't wait to get into it. Mr. Level is here. Good to see you, and so is Go-Go. We're on our way to the less than cool zone. The less than cool zone. The freezing zone, if you will. I agree. Alb's in it to scam it as always. Little Miss Lulu just popped in. Howdy. So I hope that all of you are having a wonderful, wonderful FriYAY. I know that I am. And I think we're going to get started with our usual, I have a pretty usual show today, actually. I'm kind of excited for it. Although we will be doing it slightly different. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But there's quite a lot to go through. Surprisingly enough, because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Queen, there is like nothing going on in OnPassive. So what could we have to go through? But no matter what, there's always the memes.
OnPassive meme review.
And so we get to do our meme review, and there's more going on than you would think. We will talk about all of it. Yes, we will. So I keep thinking we're going to run out of memes, and we never do. At least not yet. So going strong so far. Going strong. Start off pretty simple. Hey, Joe, good to see you. I'm sorry you didn't get the alert. I apologize. I did share it in the Discord. You're right at the beginning, so you're not that late. You really just missed the intro song. But I'm sure that my regulars are like really done with the 6-minute intro. It's like the only time I do a long intro. It's in hopes of giving everyone the time to get the notification, allow everyone to come here. Because of all the streams that I do, FriYAY seems to be everybody's favorite. So I like to give people a while to come in. That way, if you are, a few minutes late or something, you aren't really missing the show. You're just missing some of the intro songs, which, as I say, most of my regulars are probably getting sick of them. I'm thinking of switching it up. I really like the last one, though. The little pop R&B sounding one at the end. I really like that one. That one's my favorite. So it's like I don't want to let it go, Anyway. Back to the memes. Back to the memes. Thank you, Go-Go. Thank you. Some people complain, but I'm like, when it's a live stream, I don't mind it being a bit long just to give people, time to realize I'm live. Sometimes the notifications don't go out, but people will like refresh their timeline and then it will pop up. Sometimes they do go out, but people don't get them right away. So I like to leave at least like a 5-minute window where you can kind of come in. And then I try to make my videos have not as long of an intro. Although they tend to also, I'm known for my intros. Anyway, first one we got here is pretty simple as usual. We just have OnPassive AI, which as we know does not exist. So OnPassive lie, OnPassive AI. They've never had AI, even when they were doing their whole thing with like the O Connect and they had a little bit of a back office with some products in there. None of them were using AI. So there's that. And then we have this one, OnPassive. And I think it's supposed to say AI in the background, but I'm not really sure. Because all I see when I look at this is the drinks on the table. And I'm kind of like, where did they get those? I want one. I don't know why they all have these Valentine's Day drinks, but you know, I kind of want it, you know? O News 568, Mark says. Important news. Ash bomb coming soon. Get ready for O News 569. That's right. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? I mean, that's, you know, basically all it is. It's just them saying, yes, we're repeating what we said last New Year's, just over and over again, that we're having issues with people and that, you know, people hurt our feelings and apparently did a bunch of evil things to us. They really stabbed us in the back and fucked us over. It's basically what it is. And also we're building momentum. We'll be there soon. There's no world. We're an island. Well, that's why I'm a little confused. Because I'm like, I feel like they were going for AI, but it looks more like a 4, doesn't it? Or a U. Or it doesn't look like an I. We could maybe argue there's 2 eyes there. You know, the guy's head's kind of in the middle there, so we're not really sure if those 2 connect. I'm just assuming. But it's like, I think that they wanted it to say OnPassive AI if I had to guess, but that's not what happened, is it? That's just not what happened. You know, as usual. And this is why AI, to me, it's still not at the point where you can just, I play around with it sometimes just for fun. And it's like, the images, we're still not there yet. They still mess up a lot of the wordings and stuff. Get a PS5 or a Switch 2? Get a PS5. Yeah, they're pretty good, I hear. Also, what's with the present? So there's just this random gold present in the middle of the table. And who are these people meeting? Because are they supposed to be the tech team that doesn't exist? Or it's OnPassive AU, Australia. OnPassive Gold, not, Gary says. I mean, yeah, maybe that's why they have the gold present. I don't really know. It appears that they're having this meeting on a clock. New pop-up is on the way. And then we have this little duck guy. You know, I have to be honest. This might be the best thing that OnPassive has ever made. He's adorable. He's adorable. He's got little OnPassive eyes. You know, he's probably blind. That's what that means to me. Poor little guy. Little blind duck. I like him. Why do they do him like that? I don't know. It's a Pokemon. Yeah, it's a little duck. Little duck. Little Psyduck. But we can't. But now he's just duck because He's blind. He's very confused as well, apparently. Like Coco says, why the question mark? I know that was a weird thing to go with, right? Usually they try to act like they're not confused, but maybe that's why I like him. He's honest. He's like, okay, I'm in Unpassive. I can't see it. I have no clue what's going on. That's how they would all feel. That's how I feel. If I was one of them, it'd be even worse. I wouldn't know half of what I do now. I'd be really confused then. But, you know, this is the best thing that they've ever made. I'm down with this dude. I think this should be their new mascot instead of like Marty DeGarmo, you know? I miss the days when they would urge everyone to buy O Connect instead of Christmas gifts for the children. Yeah, I know. I miss the days when they were talking about how important it was to learn how to log in. Those are my favorite days. Anyway, I like this dude. We should keep him. We have the Unpassive red carpet. Once again, I don't know, like, I don't think they were trying to make one of them look like Ash this time. So again, this begs the question, who the heck are these people? You know, you think Unpassive, this isn't what I picture. That's not what I picture. Nintendo will definitely come after Unpassive and will send them to the Shadow Realm. Nintendo don't play. Well, you know, that would suck. It's like Disney. You gotta be very careful. You can't just use like random Disney images in your stuff. They want to. They will come and they will sue the crap out of you. They've done it to people before. I miss Chris. He was manic, but Marty, Mike, and Dan are so boring. Well, then you are at the right show, Mark. You came to the right FriYAY if you miss Chris. Mafia folks? See, that it looks more like that, doesn't it? Well, I'm like, I don't know who these people are, but they don't look like they're there for Unpassive. That's for sure. On the Unpassive red carpet. And again, it makes me laugh because in the bottom right-hand corner, it says Meta AI. I don't know if you guys can really see it. It's kind of hard to see if you're watching on a phone. You might not be able to see it. A little discoloration in the lettering, though. Please believe me, it's there. And it's like they're trying to do AI. That's supposed to be their whole thing is AI. So they're like, Unpassive AI, made with Meta AI. And that always cracks me up a lot. I love that for them. You know, it's like maybe don't use other AI to make your marketing materials to allegedly promote that people should come use your AI. It's just a weird look is what it is. Marty, Mike, and Dan is like watching three guys sitting around shooting the shit before their Sunday clan meeting. I mean, not far off, not far off. This is my favorite picture now, other than the little ducky. I liked him. But I saw this and I just died. I died laughing for like 5 minutes, sitting here by myself at my computer. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Let me explain to you why if you haven't caught it. This is hilarious to me. The eyes in these pictures get worse. If you start at the gentleman on the far right, he looks quite normal. You know, he looks like he could be real. He's not real, but like they're all AI. But he looks like he could be real. If you were like, Queen, that guy's a real person, I'd be like, yeah, okay, maybe. But then you look at the girl next to him, and you're like, okay, well, she's a little wonky in the eyes. And then you get to the gentleman kind of like in the back there next to her, and you're like, he has two completely different eyes. Then you get to this lady right in the middle here, and I don't know what's going on with her eyes. It looks like one of them has a glass eye. Then we're over to this other brunette here, and I don't know where she's looking. I don't know what this smile is. It just looks creepy. And by the time you get to the guy on the end, you're just like, where is he looking? This person is certainly not real. What is going on? So that was the first thing that I noticed, and that made me giggle. And then, of course, the second thing I noticed is, whose hand is this? Where is that hand from? All right? Because, like, we're going to assume that this woman, she's holding it up in the corner. Okay? All right? Then we got the woman standing next to her. She seems to have two hands in front of her, like, along with the other woman. Two hands in front of her. The guy's not holding the sign on the left. You can see his arm kind of like, it's kind of gripping the side of it there, but it's like down at the bottom, and it's his right hand. So this hand here, all I can say is that there's a child hiding behind that, or nobody is there, and we just have a random hand, just a hand helping hold up the picture. So that had me going for a little while. I thought that was great. Susie has two completely different eyes. We're pretty sure she's real. It's true. It's true. It's the hand from outer space. I zoomed in. I will have nightmares tonight. Aren't they creepy looking? And then you got the random hand, but it says, we can win with OnPassive. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just more worried about whose hand that is. Then we have this one. Take action now. Turn your dreams into reality. Starboys, we have him sitting on O News, which I don't know if O News would appreciate that. Just saying. I hope he asked, for consent. And then he's holding this. Now, at first I thought that in the background, their chest said Star Wars, by the way. And I was like, oh, no, it's Starboys. But he's holding a magazine, book, newspaper looking thing. And then it says, Ash Mufareh, King of CEO. Not King of the CEOs, just King of CEO. Ash Mufareh, King of CEO. See? So there he is, Ash Mufareh, King of CEO. Joe got him for us. There he is in all his glory. I don't know what that means, King of CEO. Like, okay. What's CEO? So that was great. I love that. Get ready because the future is bright. Venite. Unpassive. At least he looks very happy. He looks so happy here. I like how they didn't remove the background of the image of this logo next to his face here. But he's very happy. The future is bright. Get ready. Once again, like with most of these, when I'm looking at them, like this one especially, I have no clue what this means. Like if you just came across this, had no clue what OnPassive was, you don't watch any of our videos, and you somehow see this on Facebook, like you would be like, okay, I don't know what it is, but sure. Future's bright. Good for you guys. And then you'd keep scrolling. And there's so much of it too. Except whenever I look up OnPassive on Facebook, the funny thing is that I don't find any posts after 2022 that pop up when you actually search it. So I've been wondering if Facebook has been kind of hiding them since then or something. Because I get these because I'm in a bunch of their groups and they post them up all day long. It's like all they do is make these and then post them up, right? But if you're not in their groups and you just type in OnPassive on Facebook, you'll notice all the posts that pops up are from like 2022 and before. So I'm kind of like, well, that's a little bizarre, isn't it? Because when I look up any other company that isn't shadow banned on Facebook, they pop up with the most recent posts, as most things do when you look them up, right? It will give you the most recent one first. I don't get that with them. And so it's just a little interesting to me. So I was going to ask you guys out there, if you have a Facebook, just take a moment, whatever you can, whenever you got a spare chance, type in Facebook, and then let me know if you get brand new posts or if it seems to only be old ones for you as well. Because I'm trying to figure out, there's no real way for us to be able to know that other than if we're all experiencing the same thing with it. Then maybe we can conclude that they might be shadow banned. Because Facebook does not like multi-level marketing companies or scams, although they don't do much to stop them from going on there. If you do report it, they will at least shadow ban them sometimes, if they don't delete them right off of there. It was completely banned from Facebook, even when I was in it. You couldn't post the link up to their website anywhere. It was awful. You had to do all these other things to give people the website link. It was annoying and a pain in the ass. Couldn't just link it. So I'm wondering if they're having their stuff hidden. That would be interesting and kind of funny at the same time, because you don't see these ones pop up. Now, usually, even if you're doing this kind of a post, is it just me, or don't you usually put something on the stand? Just put a logo or something there. Unpassive logo would have looked better than just this empty stand, in my opinion. But anyway, Unpassive coming soon. Big things are on their way. I'm yeah, you keep saying that, but the only big thing that happened lately is Marty's trip to the hospital that many times. And other than that, OnPassive hasn't been doing much. There was their meeting, which came from that. And that was the last big hype, really. Is the AIM guy who they kicked off the reservation? No. No. He's still in, unfortunately. I mean, as far as I can tell right now. Mind you, I mean, I haven't really seen him much, but we don't have any confirmation. I'll say it like that. We don't know who it is. I've been very open that, right, unless he's just reiterating. I've wondered if maybe he cut ties with Ahmad Swafta, and that's who he's talking about. So I'm not really sure, though, who they're talking about when they're talking like that. Unless it's Muhammad Kamal again. It's I don't have any confirmation of anyone that they have cut ties with lately. That's what I mean. Kind of came out of nowhere. We were oh, okay, who's this now? We're going to get into who they should be cutting ties with in a minute. Don't worry. This cracked me up. This cracked me up because I don't think it says what they want it to say. It says, we are very closed to startup, which I was yeah, no, that's true. You are very closed, yes. You are shut down, essentially. You don't got a website, your products don't exist anymore. You're not even calling it the back office anymore. Now it's O News. Ash is apparently firing everyone that he is hooked up with, so cutting ties and prudent. So yeah, no, you're closed. But of course, I think they were trying to say close. Yeah, close and closed are not the same. They're not the same thing. That's. I think this is the opposite of what you were trying to say when you made this meme. So that made me laugh. And then other than that, it's just very busy with this weird AI city in the background. We got a rocket ship again. They really like rocket ships and airplanes and stuff. They really wanted to be in aviation, never made it or something. And then these random people that seem to be business people, they seem to be in suits and dresses, you know, woohoo, ready to work. Ready to work at startup. Good for them. There aren't the massive number of Zims, so it's hard to tell. Exactly. It's especially now that they're not doing the OTEC and the heroes, it's going to be really hard for us to tell. And I'm wondering if they're doing that to make it so that we can't notice that they're losing so many people. Honestly, it's Julie who I'm concerned about. I'm always concerned about Julie and her family. I know her family didn't want her to be in this, and they were really urging her to get out. And, you know, I hope that they're still in contact and that everything is good with she and her family and that she's doing okay. She looks like she's very stressed out. And I really hope that she, like, takes a break. Maybe taking a break from this is exactly what she needs, you know? But Chris is supposed to be taking a break, and we're going to talk about how great that's going. Maybe they started doing accurate memes. Exactly. I was like, is that what's going on here? Standing with nothing coming soon. Close. These are actually accurate. Exactly. Exactly. I'm like, maybe they're maliciously complying now. They're like, oh yeah, you want us to plug in, stay engaged? Okay, motherfucker. We'll start making you more memes. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean when I say she looks stressed. I don't think she looks that bad. Her hair's gray. And I get that your hair being gray maybe ages you in some way, but I don't think she looks that bad. She's just, you can tell though that this has been wearing on her, as you can with Chris. And I feel like even Marty, when you watch them, you know, even Red looks stressed out sometimes, where I'm like, is he okay? Like, is his health okay? You know? I think I should promote Tanya. God, that would be awful. That would be awful. The thing is that it really is working around the clock. And these guys will find busy work to do where they feel like they're working and doing something for the company, even though they're not. And that's kind of the sad thing about MLMs, is that's the mindset that it puts you in. So it's like, even when they aren't live, then they're in other people's lives. And then when they're not doing that, they're making videos to post up. And then when they're not doing that, they're making these memes. And then when they're not doing that, they're trying to get people to like want to join whenever it does start up, or they're talking to friends and family about it. And your whole life becomes about this and trying to get people to believe in this because you believe in this. So you want everyone you know to believe in it. So it takes over your whole life. And it gets to the point where like your friends and family are calling you and they're like, how are you doing? And you're like, good. And then you just go into a sales pitch. You know? So it's, you don't get any time freedom, that's for sure. So even though there's not a lot going on, they're all still working around the clock. And that's exhausting, especially when you're not getting anywhere. If anything, it's more exhausting to do it for one like this because you have nothing to show for it. You're not even making that like $50 a month that convinces you that your work allegedly means something. You know, because when you're in an MLM and you're selling like a few products here and there, you convince yourself that it's all worth it because you got a check, even though it's only maybe 50 or $100 in a month. You're like, oh, well, at least I got something. And you convince yourself that you're worth that much, which you're worth a hell of a lot more. I mean, what would you get paid working at a job, right? A lot more than $100 a month. So it would wear on you more in this one because you don't even have that. You know, you don't have the excitement of the new products coming in. You know, Sensi was really good at doing the hype. because they would have new bars coming out every month. So every month there was hype because people were excited about what scents were coming in. Other MLMs like have things like that that are exciting, and then they actually happen, right? So then, like, you get that sense of, oh yay, I got to actually do something here. Whereas with this one, it's like they're doing all the work that everyone and all the other MLMs are doing, minus maybe selling products. Instead, they're just talking about made up ones, But then there's nothing for it, right? It's just endless hype, and it's coming soon. After a while, it's gonna start to wear. Hello, sweet goth. Good to see you. It's awful. Awful. The rocket's leaving without them. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Also, it's funny that they use the Unpassive ecosystem logo in this. Because, it's not Unpassive ecosystem anymore. I'm assuming we're changing the name from Unpassive. So we don't want to call it Unpassive ecosystem anymore because, that has Unpassive in it. So, news. But then we must ask, what's the O stand for then? Right? Because the O was supposed to be like the O for Unpassive for all the products when it was called Unpassive. So this is what confuses me. These are the things that keep me up at night. So I'm like, well, what does the O stand for now? Are we doing on fusion? Smart technologies? What are we doing? I guess the next thing has to begin with O, doesn't it? O means, oh no, the new direction ecosystem. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Isn't it? The new direction ecosystem. The TNDE. Oppression? Could be. I mean, it fits. Right? It fits. But yeah, just, little things that I think of. This one, I don't know why, but the first time I saw it, my eyes stopped working for a second. And I was like, wait, what's on fire in the background? And I was like, oh, it's a lion. The lion's on fire. That's not good. Anyway, it says, never give up. Fight for happiness as much as you can. And there he is, Mr. Gouda. Mr. Gouda! Mr. Gouda brings us the fire lion. The damn lion king. I know they love lions, right? They love lions. Love it. Your eyes stopped working or my eyes stopped working? My eyes just stopped working. It took me a minute to be like, oh my God, it's a lion. I don't know why. Now that when I see it, I'm like, I'm dumb. That's really easy to tell it's a lion. But the first time, I don't know if it was because I had been looking at these for a little while or what was going on. But it was almost like I was doing one of those crazy eye pictures. The illusions that you got to stare at for a second before you can make out what it is. That's what I felt like. Is that real hair? We don't know. I don't think so. But I mean, I don't want to accuse the man of wearing a toupee. That's rude. If it belongs in a horror movie, it does. It's definitely, he's not from Narnia, I can tell you that. It's because Ash is always lying. Why you always lying? Mr. Gouda's line is a bit cheesy. Then we have this. I like this. This interesting one here. Just now, Marty Sir said, next week, big wave high. Demand products every month, new products. 2025 success. Yep. And we got Marty and Ash there. They tried to put it on the computer. It's an interesting edit. I like it. The 2025 Detroit Lions mascot. Very good. That would be a good one, actually. Looks legit. It does, doesn't it? I mean, obviously that's on his computer. Did a great job. Great editing, as always. Success. Pure success. Unpassive, knocking out all the competition. Looks like the carnivore diet did them well. I guess Marty's healthy in this. It's an interesting choice. I'm not sure what. Like, are they fighting each other? Because that's probably not good. I don't know if we want that. That's very unhelpful when we're trying to launch a business right now all together, isn't it? You know? Marty wishes he had a body like that. What's on Ash's navel? It is the Unpassive belt. He won. It's a pretty telling photo, isn't it? When he's the one with the belt on in the center with his arms up. It's like, yep, that's what it's like when you pocket $108 million of everybody's money, isn't it? Ding, 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 ding. But there it is. There it is. Also, I tried for so long to make out what the logo was behind them on the mat, and I couldn't. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know. Because I tried. I have no clue. Marty and his skinny. I know there's like one of his arms, and it's the one with the tattoos. It's so much smaller because it's like it forgot how to do the perception. It's great. Hello, Blue Arrow. Good to see you. Good to see you. But knocking out all the competition, and then it's Ash as the winner, which just, yeah, okay. It's not all you're knocking out, but sure. Then this one made me worry a little bit. This looks like it could be the pamphlet, like, for when Ash passes away. Like, you know, when you're going to a funeral and you get the card with, like, the time, you know, and it's like, thank you for coming, you know. I feel like that's what this is, one of those. I don't know what they're called. But it says, we are praying for Ash Mufareh. And then it just has, like, a bunch of guys here just praying. And then he, like, stuck his face on there. I don't know. We got some more stuff on fire here. I don't know if that's some imagery we're supposed to interpret. I don't know. This looks like the sequel to Unpassive, the movie. The movie just never starts. It's just endless opening credits. Just endless opening credits listing off all of the O founders and all of the prayers that we need to send them. And then it lists off everybody's birthdays. And it just does that on repeat and never actually, like, the movie never begins. That would be an Unpassive movie. Unpassive 2, we are still waiting. 10 years later. Still here. Unpassive 3, it's been 40 years. The DVD cover for Little Boy Ash and his oil lamp. Funeral vibe. That's what I got right away. I was like, oh, this. Why did we do this? It's the Canadian wildfires. It might be. It might be. Looks like the same quality movie as Quigley. Yeah, it's not going to be good quality. That's for sure. That's a definite. And it probably is only on cassette tape. Not yet on DVD. I think this is supposed to be Chris. I believe. It's coming. If, like, a little luxury in your life I had to read it like a Valley Girl. It wouldn't come out any other way. It's like a little luxury in your life. 2021, Chris Johnson. And he's like 10 times the size of the car. Like, yeah, that better be a clown car. Otherwise, you're not driving that, sir. I mean, your thumb can barely fit in it. And I think he has a ring on his finger that it looks like it's using the colors of the Unpassive logo. I feel like we're supposed to notice that. They obviously put a lot of work into making it look like he's holding it, because it doesn't look like it's on his finger. I don't know what they're doing. But like it looks like Chris, but it's off just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Chris if he was a little rougher or something. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe we can put his thumb on it. You know, isn't it? This one's just a joke. Hello, Nani. Good to see you. It's Bugatti Chris. He's gonna break the Bugatti, Mr. Level. Are these like real things they made for themselves? Yes. Yeah, this is their marketing material. This is an MLM that has been starting for 7 years. So it has turned into more of a cult of personality under the leader, because they actually like worship him now. Very creepy. And yes, they make these for themselves. That's like somebody asked me if the dancing diaper babies were videos that I made. And I was like, oh, you didn't get the memo. Maybe we need to explain better. No. That's the videos they make for the promotion of their scam. I know they seem like videos that I would make to make fun of them. Like, these seem like posts, like I've said it, where they look like we made them to meme them. Like, that's what you would think if you saw one of these. And it's like, no, they're actually serious with this. I know, I probably would have made something like this to meme them back when they were passing out cars here and there. Because there was a time at the beginning of this where Ash handed out a few cars, computers, phones, I believe. Didn't he do some, was it iPhones or smartphones? I don't remember, but definitely passed out some phones at one point. So yeah, no, these it's all them. Right, it does look like the chat version of Chris. It does. It's like just off, like just a little bit. Like, it was so close, you know? So close. Queen could have made them. So weird. Some of them look like ones I would have made. Not that kind of car, though. No, not that kind of car. Yeah, I wonder what happened with all of that. This is one of the messiest ones ever. It really is. Stay connected. And I'm like, this looks like nothing is connected. Like, but what made me very happy is we do have Ash and his Elvis hair in this one, which I really like. I've missed Ash's Elvis hair. I think it's hilarious when they add hair to him. Like, how insulting. It's Unpassive on acid. It is. Another nightmare. Yep, this one, way too busy. It just says AI, Ash Mufareh, CEO. And then it has Pardeep there. He just signs his name at the bottom. But then it also says Ludmilla on it again. So who knows who made it? I'm guessing Ludmilla made it. And it didn't have Pardeep on there. And then he added himself to it. They do that a lot. I think they gave away a Honda, maybe. And I really wonder if that was legit. Yeah, well, we haven't had any proof that it was. I mean, all that really happened was they did that webinar where they had the people in Hyderabad, and it almost looked like a warehouse that was filled up with people. It was very bizarre. And then they were like handing out keys, and then they handed out some phones, and did like an award ceremony, if you will. It was fascinating. But that was like at the very beginning, and that was before anything ever launched. So it was a lot of like, where's this money coming from? What are we doing here? It was so weird. We still don't know what happened to any of those people. I'm assuming that none of them stayed for very long because there was a really large turnover rate in that office. So they probably wouldn't have even been a part of the group that didn't get paid for the 9 months. They would have been long gone before that. We have Mr. Gouda again. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I think this looks like. I'm just going to let your imagination run wild. But this isn't it. Maybe just don't do this shape. Just a thought. All right, but you are in the ring of fire, so I guess you have to deal with it. Little did we know all those people that got the cars and the phones were robbing Ash blind. Yeah, right? Apparently. So all the winners were in India, conveniently. Yes, and then also, now some of the guys here can correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that Chris and Alves might remember better than I when it comes to this time. But I believe that he also gave some phones and laptops to like Susie, and a couple of basically the top founders that are in OnPassive in the US. So I do know that also happened. So that was interesting. I'm not going there. There's creams for that burning ring there. All criminals. Mm-hmm. Then there's this one. This one made me giggle a lot because we got Mr. Gouda's up there. Ash Mufareh, Marty, Chris, Ash. And it's funny because we got the eagle, but then down at the bottom are two AI pictures there of Ash meeting Marty and Chris. So it's almost like this guy was like, I don't like the actual pictures of them meeting. So I'm going to just make my own. Ash doesn't look happy enough in them. I need to make him look super duper happy. And now there's like these AI generated, because that's what we needed. We already had those horrifying pictures of them like hugging each other. And that one with Marty where he looks like he's melting into the chair and Ash is sitting beside him. And he looks like he's half the size. You know what I'm talking about. We already have those. Now we have AI versions of them. Isn't that wonderful? I think Marty got a laptop from him. Yeah, it was mainly just like the people that were at the top in the US, though, right? Wasn't it? Because Susie got a phone. Wasn't it? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. The Love Actually remake looks terrible. Marty is also the only person who ever claimed a payout that I'm aware of publicly, and he got it through crypto. Yeah. Well, there were a couple of founders that were in India that claimed that they got payouts, but I think they were just lying because they're people that kind of promote that payouts are coming next week over and over again. So I can't trust them. And I don't even know if Marty would have gotten a payout through crypto, but I'm sure Ash has been paying him. Ash looks fatter, I know, in those versions, right? He really does. They did not do him justice here. That's for sure. He looks awful. He looks happier, I guess you could say, though, but I just thought it was funny. The idea that this guy was like, I'm not going to use the actual pictures of him meeting them. I'm going to just make AI versions of it. Just kind of made me giggle. Because then he just like took pictures of them. And he included Red. That's kind of nice. Red got to be there. Red got an iPhone from Ash. So it was iPhones. I thought so. I thought I remembered something about that. And I know that also Ash has donated to them on YouTube which is something else that the other O founders don't get to experience. Just, throwing that out there. Again, this company has only benefited those at the top, even before having a product or recruiting, not recruiting since 2022, I guess you could say. Like the people at the top are still the ones that are making AdSense off of YouTube. So it's not technically from the company, but it is with them making content about the company, I guess, right? So, and also they've been given things like iPhones or laptops or some kind of thing from Ash. And then they've been given these large donations. So they've gotten something. And I get questions all the time like, well, how come Marty and Chris and Red keep promoting this if nothing's happening with it? Because they've been getting something out of it the whole time. Something that nobody else gets. If you're just the average person in OnPassive has gotten nothing out of this, and they've just been going from webinar to webinar wondering what the hell. When is this thing going to start? They maybe got to use OConnect for a whole 9 months. Like, yay! If you are okay paying $97 for that, then, okay. But other than that, there's not much that they've gotten out of this at all. Also, these guys are at the top of the pyramid. Everybody else is underneath them. Keep that in mind as well. If this ever does take off, of course they don't want to leave. They finally made it into that 1% of people that make money at the top. Yeah, and the AdSense, exactly. From doing videos and whatnot. They have memberships on their channel and stuff. I did the math, and Marty's making probably close to $2,000 a month. So, that's not bad just for making the YouTube streams and videos he does. Right? Never mind. But this is the case with all MLMs too, though. Is that the money doesn't come from you selling the products in your MLM. No. It always comes from the coaching materials you sell, the extra stuff that you're doing, the videos you're making on YouTube. It always ends up being that way. Even if you are at the top, a lot of the people at the top too, that's actually how they're making their money. Even they're not selling all the product and stuff more than anyone else is. It's just they're positioned at the top. They became the people everyone looked to for the advice. So then they were able to use that to their advantage, right? I mean, when I was doing It Works, there was this girl named like Jessica Pearson was doing It Works, and everybody looked up to her. I think she might still be. I haven't checked on her in a couple of years now, but she was making YouTube videos, and she was probably making bank just on YouTube. Never mind the It Works, right? And she was doing coaching, training sessions. People were buying off of her. And you sort of realize, oh shit, that's how she's making her money. It's not because she's selling the crazy rap thing over and over again and these supplements like I'm trying to do at the bottom here. Like, it's because she got positioned as someone that we should all listen to in this thing at the top. And now she's going to all the conferences and they're paying her for that. She's doing YouTube videos. She's getting all the views because, even the company says go watch her. Those are the people that make money because of that. And like I said, the extra things. And then through those extra things, they then also end up being the ones that get most of the sales from all of those little people at the bottom. Instead of just letting them have those, they'll also take all the sales if they do get them. But if you're lucky, then they'll be decent and maybe move the team around and put some people under you. And that's kind of how they keep other people engaged too. Is they'll be like, well, I'll put a couple people under you next month. If you work really hard this month and hit rank so we can all get paid more, then I'll put a couple people under you next month. with my spillover, you know? And that's kind of how the beast stays alive, if you will. Hello, Sam. Good to see you. So that's what's going on even in OnPassive. Anytime we are going to enter new horizons, keep an eye on OES, which that's funny. It's not called that anymore. Then you even put the O News. The guy's sitting on it again. Once again with Ash Mufareh, King of CEO. Ash Mufareh, King of CEO. I love it. He looks so silly there. This one was made by Magic Guinea. You know, it's Chris and Ash. How they wish they could be. You know? Oh, the love. They're so in love. Aren't they cute? I think they're adorable. Little lovebirds. Those two.
OnPassive meme review.
Yep, that's it for the meme review, guys. Oh, there we go. That's it for the meme review. I meant to be on here when I said that. Sorry, StreamYard changed, so I have to do things a little bit differently than what I'm used to today. It's my first time doing it since the change. So, you know, I'm trying to get it to keep going. What the fuck? Oh no, that's so badly done on purpose. That's one of our friends that made that last one. Guys, it was Wes. The last one was ours. And usually we make the memes look bad on purpose, especially because for the first 2 years that we were covering this, the meme used to just be, they used to just cut off Ash's head off of his body and then just copy and paste it in on top of other people's bodies. It was so weird. And they would never line it up properly. And it would always be I don't know, just so distorted looking. And you would be like, man, these people are awful at editing things. So we do bad edits usually on purpose. Now, I want to just take a little trip over to Bill Must for a moment, because there was a very bizarre video that was posted. I'm not really sure what to think about this one.
Every day brings brighter news, more proof we're winning, not losing. Your voice, your hope, your fire inside is what keeps us moving with pride. From every corner of this earth, lines are forming, dreams take birth. John White and Bill say it's true, we're at the dawn of something new. Ash.
Why is it John, Bill, and Chris now? Did Chris get lonely after Marty dumped him? And he was like, I don't have an identity on my own. I need to be a part of a group. OnPassive isn't enough for me. This one cult, I need to be in a cult within a cult. So now it's John, Bill, and Chris, but it makes me laugh because is Chris supposed to be in the RV or on the horse? Is the horse pulling the RV? Is there a driver in that RV?
Our fair leads with vision clear, a bold new path
Doesn't
drawing
seem to be.
He said updates would come fast and strong, and here we go with number 4. We're on the right road and we're not alone. You keep us steady, you keep us strong. We'll make some rising future in sight. We're stepping forward into the light. Oh, we won't stop, we won't look back. We'll ride this wave till we break the track. On the right road and we're just begun. The new direction has only just come.
I don't see anyone driving
Chris
it.
Johnson's fired up today. Says the line stretch far away. Users ready from near and far. Waiting.
The horse did not consent to this.
For the big debut star. He talks to Ash and knows the right direction. Feels the energy like a rising flame. Critical mass is on the rise. Tech meets purpose.
Sorry. It sounds so awful to be critical masses all around. For some reason, I thought of that in the medical sense when they were. I don't know why you would say that.
His dreams take flight.
It's more than code, more than a site. It's people rising, hearts alight. Small biz owners, dreamers.
Horse is
too, all
innocent,
finding
damn it.
purpose and something
This is
new.
animal abuse.
Critical mass, it means the spark that lights the fire from the dark. When enough voices start to sing, the world begins to change its thing.
The world begins to change its thing. Okay.
Future's open, the road is wide.
With Ash leading, we'll run the tide.
No looking back, no turning around.
We're building dreams on solid ground.
Together we rise, together we lead.
And it turns into a completely different song.
New direction is where we succeed. We're on the right road and we're not alone. You keep us steady, you keep us strong. Momentum rising, future in sight. We're stepping forward into the light. Oh, we won't stop, we won't look back. We'll ride this wave till we break the track.
That didn't even rhyme, damn it. You're doing so good. At least with the rhymes. I mean, you were rhyming so much that some things didn't make much sense because you were trying to rhyme them.
On the right road and we're just begun. The new direction has only just come. So stay tuned to One News, don't miss the show. Big things are coming, let the word go. Ash says take that first step today. Together we'll chase the brightest way. We're on the right road and we're
It's just so silly. This is nuts with a K. The Back to the Future remake looks worse than the Love Actually one.
not alone. You keep us steady, you keep us strong. Momentum rising, future in sight. We're stepping forward into the light. Oh, we won't stop, we
We're in the
won't
desert.
look back. We'll ride this wave till we break the track. On the right road and we're just begun. The new direction has only just come. On the right road with you, Ash leads the way.
Ding ding. So that was their country song. If you're wondering what the hell is going on, you know how excited they get over the back office messages? Well, John White and Bill Must have decided that from now on, they're going to turn every single back office message into a song. This was the one about being on the right road from the other day. I believe it was O News 4 when we found out that we were on the road, right? After being in the ship. And so they made a song. And I guess Chris went live that day. He was very, very excited. We're actually going to be watching a clip of it later on, so you'll know I'm not lying. And they included it, I guess, in the song here. So we have that to look forward to. Now, not only when there's a back office O News message, do we get to look forward to everybody being super excited about it and talking about it like it was the most poetic thing they've ever read in their life. But now we also get songs made about each one. So I thought that was a great way to introduce all of you to that. Because out of all of them so far, this was the one that made me kind of go, this is fucking weird, man. So that was quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable indeed. And I think right now is the best time, more than ever, that we should have a little Dancing Diaper Baby break. Because they did do an amazing Dancing Diaper Babies video for us.
Susie Macria, the hula hoop gal, Janet Butler, the silent writer, Chris Johnson, the truth with love, John White, the wisdom man, John Oliva, the singer in the rain, and Jahan, the German cat, Red Fern, the Q&A man, Gemma Ramiki, the Calypso queen,
conquer. He's smooth like rum, Liz stripped to walk the counter they lay down. We all fall in love. Julian, one keeps it real and true, loves the land and the morning dew. Minnow Miller makes the image come alive. Time can't fade that inner face. Sherry Dursway lives every
What do you guys
day
think?
with the future, not the plan. Knows the sky where the eagle sings and the wind flies high. Oh, we're rolling down this back road, sweet release. Love and laughter flow like island breeze. From the hills of home to the sea's embrace, we find our way through time and space.
Like, what is this? This is the crazy one. Woo! At the end there, woo! Reminded me of Rev singing DuckTales, woo! Yeah, so there was that. That was the dancing diaper babies. And as you can see, it was an interesting one, wasn't it? Quite an interesting one. I wasn't expecting it to like actually list their names when I first listened to it. And then just what they said about everyone, I was like, what the hell is going on? What is this? That's my new favorite one. That is my new favorite one. Now, usually right now, I would do Bill Must videos. And we would laugh at Bill Must videos. But you see, I actually have a method to my madness today. And we got to save these Bill Must videos. And we got to mix the Bill Must videos into my segment that I love to do for all of you and that you guys seem to really enjoy, you know, and that is Tanya's Posts. Tanya's Posts. Trust me, this will make sense, I promise you. I promise you, this will make sense. Tanya's been busy again, as usual. Yes, she is. I know, we've heard a lot of Tanya. All right, I get it. I did a stream earlier this week. We did a whole bunch of Tanya. And I know you're like, oh my God, Queen, I don't know if I can do any more Tanya, but I promise you, we need to do this. So Tanya, again, was in the OnPassive Nation Facebook group. Changing is good. I'm glad that you all like to embrace change. So, of course, she was in the OnPassive Nation group because she doesn't embrace any change. Always the same. And she was, again, in a bit of a bitchy mood. Let's see what she had to say.
Folks, I know that understanding the English language for some people might be a problem.
I'm like, hey, Tanya, it's not a problem understanding it. It's that they don't speak it. You preyed on places that don't speak English. And then you don't have anything translated by the actual company itself explaining anything. It's just a bunch of O-founders using AI translators to apparently get the word out. So, of course, they don't know what's going on. If you don't speak English in this thing, it's probably impossible right now to know. It's not like the back office message is translated in the back office in all of the languages of all of the people that you've signed up for this thing, apparently. So when you put it like this, it makes it seem like, you know, you're talking about either people have bad comprehension skills or you're not understanding that the English language is a problem for anyone that doesn't speak it. Just like how I don't know Mandarin. So if I come across something that's all in Mandarin, that's going to be a problem, Tanya. Lord.
But getting PMs asking me if New Direction will be the new name of our company is a little bit too much.
Why would that be too much? Just explain it to them. Seriously, you would only have to do it to one person, and then really, if you wanted to, you could just copy and paste the same message to everyone after that. It's really not that difficult.
So, I ask all people talking about it, please be clear when you talk about it. And do not mislead people who need to use Google Translate. Make your posts/videos understandable to all of them.
Again, though, people are going to be doing that with other AI, not Unpassive AI, which just looks beautiful while you're promoting your AI company, by the way. And then secondly, they don't speak other languages. Like, we don't know if these translations are good with the AI. People are in the company, they don't speak the language. Yeah, that's not up to the people that are in the company. That should be up to the company. It shouldn't be on the O founders at all. It's not their fault that Ash Mufareh doesn't put things in different languages in the back office. How is that on them? They can't do anything about that. And if he doesn't, he could be sending it to someone that actually speaks these languages and asking them to translate. You guys have people that translate there. You've had people translate for you before, so I don't know why you couldn't just get people to translate the back office messages. Like, it's really not that hard to figure it out. It's really not.
Understanding things correctly is very important.
Then maybe you should all start explaining it more correctly. And then it says, understanding is key. And I'm just like, oh, Tanya, do you know why they think it's called New Direction Company, Tanya? Because 4 weeks ago, Bill Must and John White posted up a video entitled, Why Mr. Ash Mufareh's New Direction Company Will Dominate. Okay? After that, they uploaded another one calling it the New Direction Company, another one calling it the New Direction Company, another one, and these two as well calling it the New Direction Company, and then also these two. All right? It's Bill Must and John White that are calling it the New Direction Company. This is why people are confused. So you could have written them a message, a private message, and been like, hey, Bill Must and John White, it's me, Tanya. And I'm a big stinking bitch, and I'm really getting upset that I positioned myself as someone of authority in this scam, and then people are treating me like a person of authority in this scam. Because that's all it is from you, Tanya. You wanted to be admin. You wanted to be a moderator. You wanted to be big cheese of this thing alongside Marty and Chris as much as possible, right? So don't cry now when people are coming to you to make sense of it or asking you what's going on. I'll never understand that. You can't put yourself in that position and say, come to me. And then when they do, go, oh my God, I'm so annoyed. Why do you keep messaging me? Like, you either want to do it or not. Make up your mind. But you can't keep being in a position of authority here and then complaining. It's unbelievable. Take it up with them. And the reason why they called it that is because Marty called it that one time in one of his little videos that he made, which it's deleted now. I can't find it. I went looking. And that's kind of where that came from. So then Bill Must and John White go, oh, New Direction Company. That's what we'll call it. And made a bunch of videos. So of course now everyone else in this thing who are told to watch these videos as promotional videos are now calling it New Direction Company. In fact, let's just take a little moment And let's watch a video by John White and Bill Musk right now that went up this past week called New Direction 3-Dimensional.
The New Direction company is at the forefront of technological innovation, leveraging its three-dimensional capabilities to revolutionize various industries.
You know what? Already called it New Direction Company one time. I almost want to count how many times you say it in this video. Hello, Violet. Good to see you.
Here's a breakdown of how these capabilities are shaping the future. Integration of advanced technologies. The New Direction company excels in integrating cutting-edge technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, the Internet of Things, IoT, and blockchain. By creating a synergistic ecosystem where these technologies interact seamlessly, the company can offer solutions that are more efficient, secure, and adaptive.
Also, these videos that I'm going to play for you right now, which, yes, I want you to notice how many times they call it the New Direction Company. But, like, watching these videos is almost, I feel like whenever they word these scripts, they ask AI to write these things using as many buzzwords as possible and in the most roundabout way that it can. And as someone that suffers from constantly over-explaining myself, I'm like, holy shit, you don't even need this many words, my dude.
For instance, AI algorithms can analyze data from IoT devices in real time, enabling predictive maintenance for industrial machinery or enhancing the customer experience in retail environments.
Oh, yeah?
Blockchain provides transparency and security, vital for supply chain management and financial transaction.
Again, this is just information overload that you're doing to people with these videos. Why does someone in OnPassive need to even know this right now? Like, what would be the point of them learning this right now? Does it help them in their business get ready for this at all? Is it basically like a bunch of tech buzzwords just like thrown into sentences to explain different AI technology, apparently? But like I said, it's in the most roundabout way, with like, in a way that almost doesn't make sense because they've thrown so much jargon into each sentence that it doesn't even mean what it's supposed to mean anymore. Like, you get what I'm saying? So then it's just like, what is this sentence supposed to be? There are no details about the new company. So what are these stupid videos based on? Exactly. And I think that's why the OTech pros and the heroes were like, oh, we're going to take a break now because we don't know what to talk about. We don't even know what's going on. And I think they finally accepted that. For some reason, Bill Musk and John White does not want to accept that. And neither do Marty, Chris, Red. Like, go take a break. Trust me, it will still be coming soon in 4 years from now. I bet you could take a break in 4 years.
Enhanced user experience through virtual and augmented reality. The company's commitment to enhancing user experience is evident in its development of virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, capabilities.
That last sentence is such a fucking lie.
These technologies transform how consumers interact with products and services, offering immersive experiences that foster deeper connections. For example, AR applications allow customers to
You're right, I have a deeper connection with the people in my life when there's a screen between me and them.
visualize products in their own environments before making a purchase, while VR can simulate experiences that enhance training and education. As a result, businesses can engage customers in innovative ways, leading to increased satisfaction and loyalty.
Again, but not your business. So it's like, it's great to learn all of these things, I guess, but it doesn't have anything to do with OnPassive. Like, OnPassive is not doing any of this. It almost serves like the opposite purpose. where it's like you come on here and you start listing off all the great things that AI can do. And really, you're just listing off all of the things that Ash failed at doing. Like, yeah, AI can do this, but, Ash couldn't get it together to do that. And, they use AI to also do this, but Ash also fucked that up. And then they also use AI in the medical field. Remember when Ash was talking about that? Yeah, no, he fucked that up too. Definitely didn't do anything there. Remember the med beds? That was great. We were going to invent them. That's all it is. It almost serves like the opposite fucking purpose. Right? To me, anyway, sitting here listening to it. But I don't know. Maybe they don't know. So maybe we're letting them know. Hello, Jelly. I love the New Direction Company. I'm hoping to have something up for you, because I thought it was funny how you popped into Megan's stream.
Sustainable practices and solutions with growing concerns over environmental impacts.
See, okay, like a sentence like just that sentence alone. Sustainable practices and solutions with growing concerns over environmental impacts. It's like they're trying to say so much in one sentence. It's too much. Too much,
The New Direction Company focuses on developing sustainable technologies. Their three-dimensional capabilities allow them to create solutions that minimize waste, reduce energy consumption, and promote circular economies.
How the fuck do you know? Says who?
By utilizing smart technology that optimizes resource usage, the company can help organizations not only meet regulatory requirements but also appeal to increasingly eco-conscious consumers. This commitment to sustainability is likely to set industry standards and drive a collective movement toward greener practices.
Again, that was just a bunch of hoopla.
The New Direction Company's three-dimensional capabilities in
What three-dimensional capabilities? Again, there is no company here.
integrated advanced technologies, enhanced user experience,
AI doesn't reduce energy consumption, it increases it a bunch. Meet regulatory requirements doesn't seem like Ash's thing. No, actually, Ash has stated himself he wants to do quite the opposite. He wants to try to find a way to do it so that he doesn't have to. It's Timu AI.
through immersive environments, and a strong focus on sustainability position it to lead a transformative wave in the tech landscape.
Adjective.
As these elements converge, businesses will not only adopt new tools but also rethink their entire operational and
See, now we're just talking about general AI, and I hate that about this video. One minute it's talking about AI and what AI does and the different departments within AI, or I guess the different departments AI's in. I guess that's how you say that. And then it brings it to their company. They're like, and the New Direction Company is definitely going to do this. And then it goes back into talking about it in a general sense with businesses. And even me as an English speaker, Tanya, am having a hard time following this and what is being said here. So it's like when one of the main channels that you're using is promoting all of this information overload in people's minds, and then also calling the company New Direction Company over and over and over again, video after video after video, yeah, the people are going to start to say, hey, is that what we're calling it now? Is that what I'm supposed to refer to it as? Because I was told to stop calling it OnPassive. And other people are still doing that. I don't want to get in trouble. So what do I call it? And then they're asking you, Miss Admin of all the groups, and you're like, stop PMing me. God, I don't know what all of your guys' problem is. How come you just don't understand English?
strategic approaches, paving the way for a more innovative, efficient, and sustainable future. John White and Bill Must. The New Direction.
What's that, Tanya? John White and Bill Musk, the new direction. So you see how people in OnPassive, the other co-founders, would see that and hear that and go, oh, is the new company called the New Direction? Because before they would say OnPassive, John White and Bill Musk. John White and Bill Musk, OnPassive. Right? And then also, yeah, of course, if they don't speak English, they're going to be like, okay, I guess that's what we're referring to it as. It wouldn't take long for you to just type up a couple sentences saying, no, I don't think we should be referring to it as that. I think we should just call it the company. I know some other people are, and I apologize if that confused you. Just call it the company. And then the next time someone asks you, copy and paste that, and then send it to them. And etc. Right? You don't got to get mad at people. There's one more that I want to show you, which is literally called New Direction Company, a heartfelt mission to uplift humanity.
Direction Company is ready to shine its love on humanity. Mr. Ash Mufareh, the visionary behind New Direction Company, has been driven by a burning desire to assist those suffering from homelessness and hunger.
Oh yeah, did I mention that this one might piss you off a little bit because this one's all about emotional manipulation. Yay!
The plight of the homeless and those who go to bed hungry each night has touched his heart in ways that have made it difficult for him to sleep at night. This issue is a global plague, and every country is experiencing its effects. The streets are lined with makeshift shelters where people live because they lack the means for something better. In many parts of the world, families are queuing for food due to challenging economic conditions. The streets are lined with makeshift shelters where people live because they lack the means for something better. In many parts of the world, families are queuing for food due to challenging economic conditions. Having observed these struggles, Mr. Mufareh knew he had to take action for those in need. New Direction Company was created expressly to uplift humanity. It is a massive IT company that has developed products used by people online to conduct their businesses. New Direction Company is a giant tech organization that not only produces resources benefiting all the founders, who are a critical part of the company.
Ash pocketed $108 million. How many mouths do you think that would have fed? Whatever. I'm pissed. You know what? If I pocketed $108 million from 1.4 million people and was a selfish asshole, I'd probably also have trouble sleeping at night. I hope that every single night he tosses and turns in his sleep and he can't get one wink. I hope every single time that man closes his eyes and he starts to drift off, he gets reminded of what he did to everybody. And that because of him, people are worse off than they are when he found them. And they were already not doing great. And he made it a point of seeking out people who were not already doing great in order to make life harder for them. So I hope he wakes up screaming in the middle of the night numerous times over it. I hope that every time he closes his eyes, he sees Papua New Guinea, South Africa, and all of the other poorer countries that he preyed on. That's what I wish for him with his sleep at night. And tell me that he can't sleep at night. Fucking good. Good. I hope he never sleeps again. That would be justice for me. Okay? I don't know how this SEC case is going to go. I'm hoping that something good comes out of it. All right? We do what we can over here in terms of holding him accountable and embarrassing him, calling him out. But, you know, the real justice would be that guilty of a conscience. That would eat him alive, I would hope. But unfortunately, he seems to be kind of a narcissist. So I don't think he has any trouble sleeping at night. The fucking asshole probably sleeps like a baby, as most of them do. Homeless people keep Ash awake at night, but not the SEC case. Got it, right? right? Like Alp says, if I stole $108 million, I wouldn't have any problem sleeping. Fuck those wars. I only care about homeless kitty cats. Hello, Amy. I hope you're doing well. You know, it's just like, how do you do? I've said it over and over again. How do you do that to that many people, though? And then you're just like, it's good. It's fine. Life's good. Can't wait. Stick with me, guys. Like,
but will also carry Mr. Mufareh's vision to aid the homeless and the hungry. New Direction Company has attracted individuals from around the globe who share the same compassion for humanity that Mr. Mufareh embodies. What began as one man's effort to assist those in his neighborhood is poised to spread across the world. The company boasts founders in over 212 countries, each of whom will help those in need within their own communities, just as Mr. Mufareh did in his neighborhood. Get ready to
I still don't really know what he did in his neighborhood, though, because it was nothing.
Spread the love that forms the foundation of New Direction Company.
And again, how many times has it been called New Direction Company in this? I think it's even more than in the last one we watched. Honestly.
Mr. Mufareh and his team have established a platform within the company dedicated to helping those in need, makes New Direction Company the high-tech giant with a heart. We are embarking on...
We're a high-tech giant. A high-tech giant with no tech.
on a journey that will lead us to the dreams and hopes we have all been waiting for. Life requires faith and belief in something. For us, that something is New Direction Company.
Oh my God!
Despite the bumps along the way, the company has survived and is thriving, all thanks to the brilliance of Mr. Ash Mufareh and his team. By placing our...
Do we have an accurate number of countries? Used to be more. Yeah, they used to say in over 250. I think one time they said over 300 countries. So we used to joke. We used to be like, oh, in over 3,000 countries. But yeah, there was a big thing when I first started covering them because that's what they used to say. 250 plus countries in over 300 countries. I was like, depending on where you look, like there's only like 200 of them. So I don't know how we're getting to 250 but that's a little off. So I think you're lying when you say you're in 250 countries because there aren't that many countries. So unless we're creating some, they all have a charity of some kind of involvement. It's very ironic. Even Big Tony with Feeding America too. Yeah, it's all just a tax write-off and a way for them to use it to go, look at us, I'm a good person. Our MLM's cool because we donate money. Right? That's all it is. Thriving or no? Like, did we miss it? We used to have to count the solar system. It's true. Feeds the hungry while charging $800 to attend a webinar. Yep, that's Tony for you. Honestly, I think $800 is cheap. I think he used to charge like $1,500. So I think his price actually went down a little bit from before.
Trust in him and his staff, we will reap tremendous rewards. As founders of New Direction Company, we are...
As founders, like, this is what I mean though, Tanya, because we're still doing Tanya. I know we're also doing Bill Musk, but we're still doing Tanya. Like, as founders of New Direction Company, like, making that statement, even if you speak English, you're going to be like, okay, I guess that's what we're calling it now. New Direction Company, which I think that sounds stupid, and I've already said that. I think the company was better. Just New Direction Company just sounds silly. So, what do you think people are going to take from that? And this channel, John White and Bill Musk, is promoted by Marty, by Red, by Chris. Like, they're all like, oh yeah, he's great. Watch his videos. Re-upload all his videos to your channel. So people look to them as well to find out what's going on and what they're supposed to be doing. If anything, I would say that a lot of people come to John White and Bill Musk's channel here to see what kind of videos they should be making about Unpassive. It's basically these guys and Marty that the rest of them copy, right? And Marty says, oh, I'll make the videos for you. yada yada. So like that's who they are like copying off of if they want to start making content. So they want to know, is that what we call it? It's not that crazy, you know? It's just like, what do you mean you don't understand why people are DMing you, asking you if that's what you call it now? Of course they are.
Placing our faith in someone who believes in uplifting humanity. New Direction Company is the vehicle created for all who dare to bring about change in the lives of millions who desperately need help.
Oh,
Mr.
Lord.
Mufareh, you have an army of dedicated founders, joining hands with you, your family.
When this part started, I was like, did Robin Noble write this? Because she always has like a little bit in her speeches where she'll like talk directly to Ash. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not. If you go watch her, I believe she was just on Marty, or yeah, was it Marty's show? I think it was Marty's show. Wasn't she just on Marty's show? And yeah, she always does this little bit where she'll be like, and Ash, you have a whole bunch of people behind you, and we all appreciate what you've done for us, and la 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 la. So as soon as it started doing this bit, I was like, I wonder if Robin Noble wrote this one.
And your staff to improve the lives of the homeless, the hungry, the widows, and the orphans.
Widows?
Those who need loving
And the
families to
orphans.
adopt them, but have been left to fend for themselves with mere token efforts from many in the world.
Oh my.
Helping humanity resonates deeply within the hearts of all founders. We should not feel guilty about the wealth that will come our way from the
We know, that's why you use it, to emotionally manipulate them into being in this thing, right?
sale of in-demand products in the business world. These resources will
There's something really seedy about manipulating good people into thinking that they're helping people, but then having them actually hurting those people. And that's what MLMs do. They take good people that want to help others, lie to them and tell those people, yep, you're helping them, just get them in this thing. And then those people, thinking they're helping, go and end up hurting other people. And that's like really fucked up, okay? That's really fucked up to do.
empower us to help even more people. Thank you, Mr. Ash Mufareh, and your family and steadfast staff.
And the sad thing is, Sweet God, is that there is no age limit to join OnPassive. They were promoting it at public schools in like Africa and stuff, in India. It was awful. And they told people to sign up their unborn babies. And they say kids can work in OnPassive. They can run a business and start making their generational wealth early, you know? So the sad thing is, they probably would sign up all the orphans for the scam in order to help them. Back when they had Obless, right? You had to sign up for Obless in order to get help from them. So that would mean that you would have to sign up for OnPassive if you wanted them to help you. They had a homeless guy sign up for OnPassive. Chris literally found a homeless guy under a bridge while he was on a live stream. Signed the guy up for OnPassive so that Obless could help him. And Chris was like, oh, I'll pay it for you, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. It was awful, though, because it's like, well, then he has to buy OConnect, though. The hell? So, sign up their pets. You've seen that, too. Yep. That's a thing. Gift memberships to orphanage in the third world. Pretty much, yeah. That's what they do. I mean, that's what Seeds Academy kind of is like. It's like allegedly a school for orphans, according to Chris. You know, so they sign them up. I don't know if the kids are signed up. I know that the guy that runs it allegedly is. So I hope the kids aren't also signed up, but I don't know, because I can't tell you that they wouldn't sign them up. That's the problem.
Making us part of this journey. We appreciate you immensely. John White and Bill Must, The New
The
Direction.
new direction. Yeah, see? The new direction. The new direction. So Tanya, all upsetty spaghetti about this, maybe you should take it up with John White and Bill Must. It's very bizarre that you post these things publicly to the Facebook groups, like a big PSA to scold people. It's also a cult tactic, so I don't like it. We're not even done with Tanya yet, because she had to do another post. Yeah, it's like, just one isn't enough. And she says,
Sorry, folks, but this will be a harsh one, as I had enough of some PMs. To all the so-called leaders out there, please stop abusing your members and misinforming them.
abusing your members. I mean, yeah, it is pretty abusive, but I think maybe the issue is that Ash hasn't properly informed everyone. Could that be the issue? Could that be the issue? I feel like it might be. It's his fault. It's up to him ultimately to ensure everybody's properly informed. So,
And to all so-called founders, please stop abusing other people. No matter who you consider as your leader, you joined an online business. Learn to deal with that.
no, you joined a cult. I'm sorry, but you joined a cult. And it is hard to deal with. And I know that Tanya won't help you, so maybe just, don't bug her with it.
The OES is at your disposal all the time.
Well, Tanya, it's not called that anymore. It's called O News. You better be careful. We might report you to Ash, and then he'll get you in trouble for calling it the Unpassive ecosystem.
Learn to keep yourself updated.
To keep yourself updated? Well, then maybe Ash shouldn't be doing these cryptic messages in the back office that people have to basically read and go, I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Like I said, it's up to him to inform people. And then she posted it with this. Stay updated. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much. But that kind of pissed me off. Because I was like, of course they're asking you that. And, it's up to Ash to keep everybody informed. And if the information isn't readily available, that's also Ash's fault, not their fault. Yeah, you joined this scam, you're on your own. Right? That's pretty much it. There's nothing coming from the top. And that's the real issue, right, Joe? It's like, okay, but Ash doesn't tell anyone anything. And he has these weird cryptic messages where he gives you half the information. And then everything else is him hinting at something. But it's something that nobody knows about. So they're all sitting there I don't know what's going on. What are we supposed to be doing? What are we waiting for? What's up? It's his job to make sure that that's not happening. To make sure that when people read his message, they walk away knowing exactly what's happening. And they aren't confused. If he's not doing that, nobody else can do it. Right? Leadership comes from the top. So if he's not making sense and nobody knows what the fuck he's actually saying, how are they then supposed to not spread misinformation? That's half the issue here, right? It's of course they're going to spread misinformation because nobody has the information. So, but they're supposed to keep promoting and keep their momentum up and be plugged in and engaged. And to them, that's making videos and these memes and posts telling people something's coming. That's all this thing is, right? But anyway, I think that's it for Tanya now. I'm sick of Tanya this week. So yeah, that's enough Tanya for the whole week, really. All right, well, we've done a lot of Tanya this week. A little bit too much, if you ask me. Do check out my last OnPassive stream as well if you don't know what I'm talking about, because we have a lot of Tanya in that. So if you enjoyed the sour Tanya, then you're not going to want to miss that one. Tanya, the OnPassive Karen. She really is. She really is, though. All right, I think it's time that we take our commercial ad break. And then when I return, we're going to be hearing from Chris. We're going to be hearing from Susie. We're going to be hearing from Ram Ben for the first time in a very long time. And I know that Albs is super duper excited. We're going to be going, what the fuck? We're going to be seeing who's kissing Ash. So you're not going to want to go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. All right, but we are going to have a little ad break, and then we're going to have a lot of fun. So we'll be right back.
This stream is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy! No one fucks with my hose! The lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Are you tired of getting screwed over by false promises, bad leadership, and tiny results? Introducing Tiny Dinger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. The only protection you need when dealing with inflated egos and underwhelming performance. Whether it's a shady MLM pitch, a fake AI company, or a man who tells you he's the lord of the internet. Don't get played, get protected. Tiny Dinger Condoms are OnPassive resistant, 100% scam proof. Coated in reality and skepticism for extra protection against cult-like charisma. And hey, if you're gonna get screwed by Ash Mufareh's vision, at least make sure you're wearing something that actually works. Tiny Dinger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. For when the product is imaginary, but the disappointment is real. Now available in Founder Frenzy flavor. Tastes like regret and missed refunds. Located at your local CVS, pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper, Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. Is your leader's birthday coming up? Don't just send a card. Send your soul. Introducing Happy Cult Day, the ultimate birthday experience for narcissistic gurus. Because nothing says divine enlightenment like 8 hours of forced gratitude on Zoom. With Happy Cult Day, you'll get a pre-written poem about how your leader changed your life. Access to a 9-hour tribute webinar you're required to attend. A royalty-free song you'll awkwardly sing with 300 other blinking followers. And a limited edition e-card with their face on a beam of light. Because they're just like Jesus, but better. Add on the birthday worship upgrade to include a tribute video of members crying, children chanting their name, and a slideshow of their humble beginnings. Why celebrate you when you can celebrate him? Again, Happy Cult Day, because in a real cult, it's their birthday every day. Side effects may include financial ruin, loss of autonomy, spontaneous chanting, seal clapping, and sudden belief that Ash Mufareh invented the internet. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger Diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger condoms and Fantasia foot spray. Buy Tiny Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsors. Now, back to the live stream. Woo! All right, yeah, back to the live stream. Back to the live stream. I know, I'll add you in. I'll add you in. I will, I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. I think right now would be a really good time for us to do some... Kiss his Ash. That's right. Kiss his Ash. Who was kissing Ash this week? Yay, back in time with D. Good sleep. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So, this week, I want to bring to you this little clip of Chris Johnson and Susie, I believe it is. And it's just quite interesting. So it's called Chris Johnson Live O News 5 is live because Chris Johnson claimed that he was going to be going on a vacation, like taking a break from OnPassive. But every single time that there is a message in the back office, he does a live stream. And he's also done a couple of live streams in between. Seems like he's live streaming every single day over on his channel. So I don't know what happened to this break. Anyway, something did happen that was quite funny during this. I have to bring it up. Sorry, give me 1 second. And it was a lot of ash kissing.
Pretty powerful words he put in the back office about what trusted individuals did to him. All right. Ask yourself this. Would you go through that? Would you want to go through that? Not for himself, but for, and he looks at it this way. I've got the world on my shoulders. I've got all these people that believe in me. I can't quit on them.
No, he doesn't, or else he wouldn't have pocketed the $108 million. He would have actually done something with it for the company, which he didn't even do that. That's the thing, okay? It's one thing if he, like, just put all of the money back into the company to try to make these products or something. I might still be side-eyeing him for not building the water filtration systems like he promised everyone, or the data centers. But, like, at least then the money would have gone back into the company, which would have told me that maybe he does care about you people, you guys, like the O founders a little bit. You know, I would have been like, yeah, okay, he at least tried to put it back into the company so that he could get something going for you. But that's not even what happened. He literally just took it and then spent it on himself and his family. And then when he was asked, like, you know, like, why did that happen? He said, because we deserved it. I worked really hard for that money and I deserved it. He thinks that he worked really hard for that $108 million. So it's like, I can't say that he does care about you and wants to make sure that all of you are okay and he feels like he has the world on his shoulders. I don't really agree with that.
I won't quit on them. I know I'm in the right. I'm going to prove that I'm in the right.
Okay,
I'm going to clear everything up possible that people have said bad about me. And, hold on. Hold on 1 second, please. Stay on the phone. And, you know, the whole
Sweet says the hat is to keep the last of his brain cells from escaping.
thing here is Susie McRae, I got to love her. You know I love her. And she says, she's told me for the last 2 weeks, Chris, we got to bring the fun. We got to bring the fun back to this company. We got to bring back that F word, as Susie all says. So on that note, Susie, I forgot. Hold on. I forgot my lines. Hold on.
Let me
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement from Susie.
So he had lines. He couldn't even remember them. Great job, Chris. Next time, write them down. Write that down. That's his ringtone, apparently.
McRae, because we want to make it fun. I hope you can hear. Susie, go ahead.
This program is being interrupted.
That's it.
For an important commercial announcement. Ta-da!
That's
Are
it.
you tired, run down, and listless? Do the people around you bring you down? Are you looking for a way to move forward from the shadows to the sunrise? Well, the answer to all your problems is in this little bottle. Ash off. That's right. Ash off.
Okay, Chris. Is Chris stoned like all the time? On like the world's dankest weed? Like, what is going on? Like, yeah, okay, it's kind of funny. I mean, I just did an ad spot, did I not? But it's like he just takes it to the next level with his laughing. Ash off? Yes, that's what she said. Ash off. Yep. And you're gonna love what it is. Listen to what it is. It's great. It's hard though, because Chris is like giggling the whole time in the background. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of cute. It's funny, you can say that. But not that funny, Chris.
Contains a patented repellent that stops people from draining your energy. With just a few squirts of Ash off, you will be able to detect negative and untrustworthy people from over a mile away.
Are we sure? Because in that case, we won't be near any of you.
And keep them away for good. With Ash off, you can hold your head high and repel all the bad people life throws at you. Join the thousands of happy, peppy people who use Ash off daily. Limited supplies. Side effects may include a sense of confidence, improved vision of the future, and in most cases, fulfillment of your dreams with extraordinary fun. F-U-N. Get yours today.
Thanks, Susie. I didn't know how to spell fun. I'm glad that you spelled it for us.
Today, so you too can go from the shadows to the sunrise. Goodbye, folks.
Don't go nowhere, Susie. that was really good. You did that fast. So
she read it, Chris. She wrote it down, Chris. All right, you're supposed to write it down. Write that down. You know? Seriously though, she was just reading it. That's why she did it fast. She didn't memorize that whole thing. You can kind of tell she was reading it, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just so funny to me that Chris is acting like, wow, you were so fast with that. You remembered everything. That's crazy. You're like the funniest person alive. It's weird. Well, that explains why I've never ran into Chris. He using some ash off. Using the ash off. He finds it like way too funny. But I was thinking that I would maybe, do my own version of that.
Can you guys let me know? I hope you heard her. Susie will probably be doing her own live or video tonight or tomorrow. I kind of hope she repeats that because I think it's very good if you.
Sweet says that's quite funny, but it's a slip too. That's all describing the cult, the scam. Right. It's funny because it's like what they're describing is actually them.
If you didn't hear, I think you all did. Oh yeah, they heard. Ash, she said this to me just the other day. And I said, Susie, you forgot to say on your video about Ash off. Oh my God, I forgot. But I thought probably one of the funniest things I've heard all week is Ash. I told Ash.
We know he thinks it's the funniest thing.
You got to watch it because me and Susie's got something funny to do when you're involved. He's like, uh-oh. So if you didn't understand what Susie said, what is that other product called, Julie, that we say? The mosquito. It's just called Off.
Yeah, it's called Off. You got great woods off and all of those repellents.
So
yes, Ash off.
Yeah, ash off, as in get Ash off of you, away from you, so that he doesn't steal $108 million from you. I was going to do that version of it. Let me know if you think I should. Can add it into the ad spot for the next time. And then we'll also get the giant ass adult diaper one in there, maybe.
Susie comes up with, I can't help it, it's funny. Ash off. Gets rid of, I like that you added to those things. I'm not going to say it. You heard Susie say it, but we want to bring fun back to you. And we always want to include Ash Mufareh in everything we do. We want to also say how important this message was, how important they all been, and it just keeps getting better.
It just keeps getting better. So that just kind of made me laugh a little bit, you know? Made me giggle. Because that's a lot. And I love at the end how he's like, oh, and I told Ash to watch this because I told him that you had something funny for him, Susie. And he said, uh-oh, like he's so proud of it. It's so weird. It's like, I told Ash to watch us. Do you have to tell him to watch you? That kind of sucks. Just saying. Scamming people and being in a cult is just so much fun, you guys, right? I stand by my assessment. Susie is the sort of person that will tell you she has 125 IQ, but if you gave her the test, she would score 85. Maybe. But, that was a lot of Ash kissing, in my opinion, because it was cute and all, but especially with the end with him going, oh, I told Ash to watch it, so... That is it, though, for this week's episode of Kiss His Ash. So, yeah, that was a lot. But, it is funny. I will give her that. It's a well-written little what would we call that? Ad? Little ad campaign. It's kind of cute. But it does kind of describe the cult. Kind of gives into the us versus them mentality a little bit. So I can't really fully support it, Well, I think now is a good time to say...
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF.
I have something special for you guys for this week's WTF, actually. Yes, I do. something very, very special for you. You might be like, oh my, what is that about? That's crazy. What could it be? Well, this week's is actually, instead of me saying WTF, with my intro of I'm about to kick somebody's ass, we're not going to say WTF in a bad way this week. We are saying WTF in a good way, but it is something that still kind of made me go, huh, WTF. So this week's WTF is more of a, huh, WTF. Is Nigeria joining us? Has Nigeria become part of the sayers of nay? And then what the fuck do you think that means for OnPassive? So, just a couple days ago, in the Nigerian Facebook group for OnPassive, one of the lead people in that group, who I don't feel right really putting them out there yet, because I also don't want Ash or one of the, Marty and Chris to see this and then, go and get them in trouble or something. I don't want to add to people's stress in this thing. That's not what I'm doing here. Oh, yeah, ooh. But, so I'm not going to say who it was, but let's just say it is one of the people that was quite a big poster in the group, seemed to be a moderator there. So you'll kind of gather from this. Now, this is a translation, so it might be a little bit iffy, but this is what they say. Hashtag OnPassive target, which, I think that OnPassive does target people, don't they? Answer to your question. Will it be launched in the future? Okay, so question number one, I guess, is will it be launched in the future? And then the answer is no specific date or product confirmed at present. I was like, oh, we're being honest. The next question is false hopes being given in fruit? And the answer is yes. Many users think it is false due to long-term cheating promises and delays. In summary, OnPassive made many promises but showed nothing in reality. Legal investigation is underway, and users are disappointed. So far, it seems dangerous to invest. And the good news is you can't invest right now in OnPassive. They haven't taken an O-found or a new one since June of 2022. That's when they stopped the signups. I believe it was June 1st even, wasn't it? 2022. And they haven't taken anyone in since. It's kind of just the same people hanging around now. So that's the good news here, is that they aren't at least recruiting new people to prey on and manipulate. But it would be dangerous to stick around, I'd say, and expect anything good from it at this point. And then they say, discussing more clarity or other AI platforms, I'd be interested in assisting. Tell me what you want to know. And then they also hashtag AI. And I just found that very interesting because I haven't seen a lot of pushback from Nigeria yet. I haven't really seen much from them at all other than some of the memes that they post that seemed very pro OnPassive. And so when this kind of popped up on their group, I was a little bit taken aback and kind of like, oh, whoa. We just did like a full turnaround all of a sudden, it seemed like. And now maybe, they're starting to question things. So, Nigeria might just be one of the sayers of nay. And we welcome them with open arms. And if they have any questions or want to reach out to me, on Facebook at all, you can find me, Queen of Karma, on there. I have a page you can write to. I'm also Beth Gibbons on there, but it's probably harder to find me with my name than it would be to find my page with my Queen of Karma name. So you can come find me if you have any questions. I do try to answer anyone's questions that I can answer. Because I get a lot of questions. I get a lot of people coming and saying, hey, Queen, what is going on with this? Can you just tell me? Because I'm starting to suspect it's a scam and no one will tell me anything. And then I tell them. And I say, and here's some links you could look at for proof and evidence. And I send them the SEC, and I send them the Recovering Hunbots website and the Behind MLM article and whatnot. I've gotten some emails by saying, email me if you have any questions. Emails on my channel. It should be in my About section as well. You should be able to email me there. And so, yeah, get a hold of me if you have questions, if you want to know what's going on here, and I will do my best to answer them for you. If you, Sweet just said, I have a Nigerian ally and translator too if needed. So if you want to write me, even in your own language, we're good to go. We're good to go. I have direct contact with Sweet, so I'll just send it over to her and ask her to send it over through a friend. And we can do things that way. Or if you want to try to translate, I've gotten pretty good covering these kinds of scams now with, translating broken English. I also did French immersion growing up. And you learn a little bit of that too from trying to learn French and English and blah, blah, blah. I had to learn them both at the same time. He does what we do, but from Nigeria. That's perfect. That's perfect. I love it. I love it. Yes. I just, it just kind of jolted me a bit though, because like I said, I haven't heard from those communities, but I want to hear from communities. And if they have questions, I want to know. And it looks like this one is coming around, so that's all good stuff. So, yeah, this was kind of a better WTF, and I guess we're not really kicking anyone's ass. You can say we're not kicking anyone's ass today.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF.
So yeah, that was the first time we've had a good WTF. I figure, WTF is for all kinds of things. It doesn't always have to be something negative. That was kind of more of a positive one in my opinion, but it did kind of make me jump back in my seat for a second, and that's what the segment is more about. Something that grabs my attention and makes me go, whoa, what's going on over here? What is happening? And that is what Chris Johnson does to me on a regular basis. He makes me say, what the hell is happening? What are you talking about, Chris? Why are you going on these weird, bizarre rants? As I stated, he has not been taking a break. But he won't take a damn break. Alrighty? He really won't. And when the O News 4 went up, he did quite a little speech that I'm going to play a few minutes for you here. Because it was wild. It was madness. Complete and utter madness.
Oh, hey. What's happening, people? What's happening? Oh, News 4, and I'm fired up. I'm excited, a little crazy. As you can see, I'm a little sunburned because it's sunny in Michigan. Guys, be
So I had to get the intro of that for you guys first, because number one, I can't believe he keeps doing this thing. It's really annoying, where he presses start stream or whatever, and then decides to take a sip out of his drink. So every single one is now starting with Chris Johnson taking a sip of a drink for 2 seconds, and then he says hello to everyone. So that's been awesome to watch at the beginning of every single webinar. Him taking a drink. Also, you guys wanted to hear his hey, 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 hey. So you know I'm going to give you that every single time. You're welcome. And then also the excitement over the O News. I had to show you how he kind of brings it up right away. O News, O News, O News. Oh my God, it's just so amazing what's written there. It's crazy to me how Ash can reword the same message over and over again. Maybe add some extra lore here and there. Add some extra buzzwords. And then these people act like it's the best thing they've ever read in their entire lives. Like they're like, oh my God, guys, did you read that thing? Did you guys read what was back there? I'm pumped. I'm excited. It's amazing. I'm crazy, he says. I'm crazy over the O News 4 message about how we're on the right road. That really? I mean, I've shared all the messages with you guys. You guys know what all the messages say, and I'm sure you'll agree with me that not one of them was exciting or new information even. It's just repurposed what he said on New Year's, because if you guys remember, New Year's Eve is when he first came out and kind of dropped the bomb that there was some issues with him and Kamal, and he didn't say Kamal, but with the stuff with illegal activity and him having to cut ties with people and blah blah. It's just that repurposed, like over and over and over again, like ever since. It's been like 7 months of that just being repeated in different words. That's what it is to me anyway. And then like the only new thing that's been kind of added on throughout too, because again, it's also what he said in past webinars in the new year, is that OnPassive is done. It's over. We're doing something else, which Bill Musk decided was going to be called New Direction Company. But as you guys saw, Tanya doesn't like that very much, so he'll have to come up with a new name. But it's just always so crazy to me. So Chris did his usual spiel. He was very excited over the back message office. He read it out. He was going. And then we got to a point in this where I was just like, now we're just like being insane. So he is crazy.
Excited. Be excited. Be excited because something finally in your life is going to set you free.
I am free.
Don't we all want that?
I love how people in MLMs always assume that you're missing this big thing from your life and that they have what it is. They have the answer. Obviously, you must be missing something from your life, and I have the answer for you. Like, what if I'm free right now? I feel like I'm more free than you are because I'm not in an MLM that's controlling my life. And I've already been in two, Chris. So I know what it's like. I'm good.
My son said something to me today. I said, what are you doing, Dad? I said, well, I rode the bike, cut the grass, and I'm going to go swimming. It must be nice, he said, Dad. It must be nice. And I looked at that, and I texted back, hey, Joe, I said that for 32 plus years to people. Where are you going fishing? It must be nice. It must be nice. It's going to be nice, guys. I've had the opportunity to be retired for a while, 5 or 6 years. I'm not sure. It could be longer. But it's not there yet. I haven't started my retirement yet. You haven't started your retirement yet.
You haven't started your retirement yet because the second you retired, you joined this thing. You've been in a cult now for many years, for 7 years. You chose to do this work, though. That's the thing, Chris. You didn't have to. You have a good retirement fund and everything. You're doing all right, as you bring up in a few minutes. But it's like, that's also not because of OnPassive. You're supposed to be taking a break right now, enjoying that retirement. And instead, you're here telling us about O News 4.
But it's coming. And you better all be excited about it. That note is preparing you for something. Maybe you just don't know it yet. That O News 04 is preparing you for the next one. All right. Ash Mufareh is taking what we think are huge steps, little baby steps, to keep you excited, to keep you informed, to be open and transparent. Why am I excited? Well, maybe now you know why.
Why did you scream that at us? Why? Lord, scared me.
Maybe now you know why. Good to see you too. Naga Varga Karshana Samanadam down there. Naga. Oh, that's Naga. Good to see you.
Wow. I mean, I've butchered some names, but holy shit. And then it's somebody he knows. Lord. Then he asks if she can change his name so that it's more easy for him to pronounce. Yeah, that's about to happen. I'm just getting you ready for that. Because I wasn't, and I was kind of like, whoa, but.
Too, Naga. I just wish you'd have put Naga because I just destroyed your name. Hi, Pat Parent. Dave Real.
I just wish you'd put Naga. Sorry, Chris, because you can't pronounce her name. She should just go by Naga, because that's what you call her. Because that's the start of her name. Like, you talk to her, ask her how to pronounce it then. Or ask her if it's okay if you can call her that at least. Lord, I hope she's okay with it.
Zeski M. Kaylee, what's happening? I love y'all. Listen, I'm more excited for you than me, to be honest with you. I've had a little taste of the good life. I can't wait to see you get the life that you really wanted to. Cottages, vacations, all big stuff to a lot of people. You know, some people work their whole lives. I had a buddy I worked with. He worked as long as I did. I think he's still working. I said, what you been doing, buddy? I am trying, Chris, to buy this property so when I retire, I'll be able to enjoy it. Man, don't think like that. Do it now. Enjoy life now. You just never know. You just never know. I don't plan on going anywhere. God forbid. I really just want to enjoy life. That's what this company is going to bring us all, enjoyment. Thank you, Ash Mufareh, my brother.
What was that? Thank you, Ash Mufareh, my brother. Why did he say it like that?
For doing what you did, for the sacrifices you made, for the lines that you're making right now. You guys don't even know about his lines yet.
What?
I don't either. Hint, hint.
They can't help themselves. Oh, I don't know what's going on either. Hint, hint. It's annoying almost. The amount that like him and Marty put it in everybody's face that they have a direct line to Ash and that they know what's going on. But I don't really think that they do. Like, I don't think that Ash tells Chris anything important. I've told you guys before. Because every time that he talks about a conversation and he, like, tells us what was said, it always just sounds like Ash just tells him what he wants to hear to get off the phone with him quicker. You know what I mean? But there's never any real information. And it's like, I don't know how you would have gotten from any of those points in that conversation to actually talking about what's going on. But sure, you know all about it. Sure you do, little buddy. You know? Them fools with their dreaded just over brokes. Yep. Chris might forget to put his glasses on when he drives his RV and hits something. That's actually for real. Which is why he should just get used to them. My daughter wears glasses, and for the first day or so, she was kind of like, oh, I don't really want to wear them. She wanted to take them off here and there. And it was like, no, get used to wearing them. Don't start taking them off now during the day. Unless you got to wipe your face or something, because you don't want to get in the habit of taking them off all the time. Just wear them. So when you wake up, put them on. You're good to go. And now it's the opposite. Now she hates taking them off. Then she can't see. But it's Chris is worse than my daughter with it, though. It's dude, just fucking wear them. He never wears them, not even once. And actually, no, that's a lie. I think he wore them, what was it, the first day he got the glasses, or the day after he got them? The first day he streamed after he got them anyway. He wore them, and then we haven't really seen them since, I feel like Chris would tell you his IQ is 90, but it's really 60.
He's got lines building, guys. He's got lines building for all of us.
Lines building where? What are you talking about? Lines? I think maybe you've done one too many lines, Chris. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe I should stop doing lines with the $108 million and get to work. Lord. No, but seriously, though, what work is being done? They all keep talking like all this stuff is happening. Then Ash comes out, he's like, it's just me, and I'm not doing anything. I'm working a lot, but I'm being sued. I don't have a team. Nothing's being done. I don't have any tech guys. And then these guys are like, oh, the work that's being done? It's still so weird.
8 billion people. You think one guy's going to get them all? You know why one guy won't get them all? Because people relate to different people.
Yeah, and because if you knew anything about capitalism, you would know that it also likes to have competition in the market. So there's that, but I guess that's a little too deep for Chris.
All right, everyone relates to somebody different. Some like them loud and crazy and big mouth like this cat here. Or you take, Gemma Remicky, I could put her in that same. Sorry, Gemma. Minnow Miller. She's laid back and she's quiet. You know how many people out there that are laid back and quiet? Do you know how many people are just fun? And then you know how many people that are just boring? All those people, all of you, and I don't know what you are. I know none of you are boring. But there's someone and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. That's
that was nice.
You. Someone is listening to you. Someone is saying, I have friends.
Sweet says, people relate to different people. Revolutionary, right? That's like every single MLM speech when they go on these rants. That's like the bombs that they bring you, eh? They're like, guys, listen. There's a spot out here for all of us. We're all going to make it. Because people relate to different people. And then they all do the snapping, clapping, Yes, queen, yeah. Oh my God, that's so proprietary, profound, revolutionary. And you're like, oh God. You're like, I learned that in high school, but okay. That's what it is.
I said, Chris, I'll just watch, see what happens.
Joe, I will just say every single mechanic that I knew definitely had white on their desks.
I'll watch and see what happens.
That might have just been because I spent too much time in Penn City, though, so I don't know.
That tells me they're watching. That tells me they're interested in.
Penn City is Kingston, Ontario, for those that don't know. It's surrounded by penitentiaries, so we call it that.
A better life. And boy, we got something to show them. Let me tell you that.
Let me tell you that.
So stay excited.
We got something to show them. We're like, no, Chris, no, don't stand up. Keep your pants on. Because like that's all they really have. They don't have anything. Like, what are you going to show us? I'm scared.
Stay fired up. I talked a little longer than I wanted to.
Watch for me.
Thank Ash Mufareh. All right. He put this motor in me that it doesn't want to shut off.
That's a shame because weren't you supposed to take a break? You might want to take a break before you break. Marty did. Marty broke. I still believe that what happened to Marty is like it was just too much. He burnt himself out. You know, that you can't be doing this all the time. Even I can't be doing what I do all the time. I would burn out. So like, I feel like, you know, if you don't go take that break, you might be in for a burnout. You don't know. Ash put his motor in you. Must be that time freedom we hear about, right? Yeah, we only hear about it. We have yet to see it, though, huh?
I think he put it into all of us.
No.
To all you people that are...
He put it in all of you. Oh, my. Telefonera policia. I feel like that's illegal.
Watching right now that I don't know. Welcome to the greatest opportunity, business, family, success story in the world. Get in line, folks. Get in line. When the magic links come out, whoo, doggy. That one's for you, Shane.
Doggy. But I don't want to do it, doggy.
I love every one of you. God bless you all. I'm still here.
Thank God for that, honestly.
I'm excited. And go read that message. It's preparing you for the next step. Read it. Think about it.
Think about it.
I've read it I read it 3 times for sure.
Why do you have to read it 3 times? Well, not right now, anyway. Why are we reading it? They always do this. And then they all brag about it like it's so weird. Every time, though, like excuse me, but if you had to read through that message 3 times in order to understand it or comprehend it, something's gone wrong. Shouldn't take that many times, Chris. Shouldn't take that many times. I end up reading it 3 times because I go and read it the first time. Then I usually take a screenshot of it. And then I usually post it somewhere. And then most of the time, then I also read it a second time somewhere in a stream at one point. But are you just sitting there rereading it? Like, I don't understand. Maybe that's what he does with his break time. He's just reading the back office messages on repeat. I thought you said you were going to F off, Chris, so please do that. I know. What happened to this break? Where did it go? He has not taken it for even one day. Lord.
I'm going to probably read that thing 5 or 6 more times.
Why? Shit, I thought reading it 3 times was enough. Imagine having to read it 9 times. Why? Like, it's like the back office messages are crack. And like they need to keep doing it over and over again. It's so bizarre. That's the weirdest. I'm going to read it 6 more times, guys. It's really got me fired up, so I'm going to read it 6 more times. That's like insane. It's insane.
The next 2 hours. So I really understand it. But think about the line, guys.
Oh, wait, I need to go back a little bit because I didn't catch what he said was happening in the last 2 hours. Sorry.
and go read that message. It's preparing you for the next step. Read it. Think about it. I've read it I read it 3 times for sure. I'm going to probably read that thing 5 or 6 more times in the next 2 hours. So I really understand it.
You actually are going to sit there for the next 2 hours. Why is it going to take you 2 hours? It's not that long of a message. I had to hear him say the whole thing. Because I was like, when I first heard it just now, it's like, there's no way he just said it's going to take him 2 hours. He's going to have to spend the next 2 hours just reading the back. Like, I had to have misheard that, but I didn't mishear it. That is what he said. He said for the next 2 hours. That's what I'll be doing with my time. I'm going to be reading the back message office another 6 times just to make sure that I comprehended it properly. Like, okay, I did hear it right. That's not nice. That's an awful way to spend your afternoon. Like, that's what we do with our summer? Shit. Chris, there's nothing there to understand, right? It's like, are you doing that because you're looking for some hidden meaning in it? Or because it, like, gives you, it's like Susie's premium gas that we're going to hear about in a moment? You know, really sets the fire under your arse? Like, what? Why? Just why? And I think that's all I have to say. Just, Chris, why? I don't know why you would want to do that with your afternoon. And every time you read it, you understand it in a different way because too ambiguous at best, nonsensical at worst, but hey, knock yourself out. Right, it's like, if you want to do that, I guess. I mean, it's not like it's going to hurt you or anything, so I guess there's that. Probably takes him about an hour to read it once. He has to sound it out. The sharp nose touch detects your lies, Chris. Look at this screenshot. My pause game be on fleek right now.
But think about the line, guys. Think about that hardware store. Everything will be at your fingertips that you need. You are going to own the greatest hardware store in the world.
Meaning the greatest online shop in the world, but not shop like Amazon or eBay. Shop like where you get AI software products in his mind. That's what he would call them, AI software products.
Everyone's going to be coming to you for the products they need and the help they need.
Yeah, it worked out with the other 77 artificial intelligent multi-level marketing companies that have started off in the past 5 years as well. Yeah, no, everyone goes to all of them too for all of their AI needs. Right?
I love you all. God bless. And I'll see you on the next pop-up. Yeehaw! That's for you, Shane. I'll see you.
So I guess Chris has gone from being Chris, the captain, Captain Chris, to just Chris, normal Chris. You know, just cool zone Chris, I guess we'll call him. So we had Captain Chris, cool zone Chris, and now we have Cowboy Chris.
See y'all later.
See you later, Chris. We'll see you tomorrow when you do another freaking webinar while you're on your break. And he did do another one. He did. We already watched a clip of it. It was the clip with Susie. That was his webinar after that one. That was for O News 5, of course, which is the latest one, at least so far. Maybe while we're playing the next video, I'll just quickly double check that there isn't a new one back there now, because they were going to update today and be back there by this point. I bet it's got pictures to represent the words to keep their attention. Would have to. Chris, where are all these products? Ash is still sitting on the 50 products from 2020, apparently. So, as you guys know, Susie McCrae has graced us with her lovely presence again. And she did another video where she talked about how she puts premium gas in her tank. And it was riveting, proprietary content. So I thought that we would watch it. And like, the video is actually called, and she named it this, Susie Gasses Up with Premium.
Hey, it's Susie McCrae, and we have O News 4, and I couldn't wait to just comment on it. What I really, really enjoyed seeing was fueled by purpose, driven by you. Fueled by purpose, driven by you. Fueled
by purpose, driven by you. She loved it.
Up. Susie's gassing up. Are you gassing up? You know what I'm thinking about is, I mean, it was so well written again, very, very clear that we are on our way. There's an open road. Things are happening, getting ready to continue that journey down the highway. But one thing I wanted to talk about is what are you fueling up with? Okay. Are you out of gas? Do you need to just have regular? Or are you doing what I'm going to do? And that's fill up with premium. And what does that mean? Filling up with premium gas. You got to be the best you can be to take.
So I had to look it up. I just had to make sure. So there, I knew that it sounded familiar. The slogan, fueled by purpose, driven by you, comes from the purpose-driven life movement, which was popularized by author Rick Warren. So, you know, it's all about aligning one's actions with a greater purpose. Kind of like a Tony Robbins sort of thing. And I think they would have a problem if you all of a sudden stole their slogan. Because I was like, that's a slogan for something I've seen before. I've been doing this for too long. I was like, there's a coaching program. That's their slogan. I know I've seen it. And yeah, so I had to find the exact one. So that is a really big thing in this kind of space. But that's where it kind of comes from. So if Ash is hoping on like doing something with that with Susie, we ain't doing that. That's not going to get very far. Same with like all of their funny expressions and sayings are just stolen from somewhere else. Like even In It to Win It, I had people, one of the first times that I reacted to like the video and we were really laughing about the In It to Win It thing, my comment section had a few people that were like, In It to Win It is stolen from this. In It to Win It is stolen from that. And I was like, yeah, it's like definitely not something he thought of, like, obviously. But like, it's just funny. They don't have any original ones. It's always like something that came from somewhere else. It's so crazy. Crazy! You don't need premium gas in a normal car. It's a waste of money. That's right. I know. She does look cross-eyed in this. I will tell you that. I'll agree with you there. Tony. That's right. I just realized they are all gassing up with lead. That's right. We have been doing this too long. We know these people better than ourselves. I just think it's hilarious when I like hear something like that and then I'm like, wait, I know that from somewhere else. Probably something else that I thought was problematic. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that coaching program. I probably watched a video on or something. Yeah, okay. I knew it came from somewhere like that. And Susie, in the meantime, is like, I am so intelligent for coming up with that. does a whole speech on it.
This journey. This is the time. We've had time. We have had time to decide what kind of things are important to us. Okay.
Violet says, I can't look at her again without thinking of prunes and gas. Well, I mean, if there are ever two things to go together, Violet.
I've been pruning. Okay, did a little sailing. Now I'm gassing up, fueling up, getting ready for that drive. Because so eloquently, as Ash said,
Yeah, Alp says this is just chillax all over again. It really is, though. See, that's what I mean. Like, they'll they say a word like that, and they're like, oh my God, we just came up with that. Aren't we really cool? And then we're like, actually, that was a pretty popular thing that they were saying in like the 90s. Like, but okay, yeah, no, you just came up with it. Cute. Prunes, gas, and hula hooping. That's right. I know, I liked how in our Diaper Baby songs, they were like, Susie Mick, and then they said her name. They butchered her name. And then they were like, the hula hoop lady. It was hula hoop lady. Did she steal Chris's shirt? Maybe. Maybe.
Fueled by purpose, driven by you. So if this is driven by us, you want to be the best you can be. So evaluate things. Are you working on being the best version of yourself? Are you filling yourself up with premium gas?
These are things that you should already be doing. Like just in life in general. Taking care of yourself. Just what you should be doing. You shouldn't only be doing this to get ready for a cult to release products that they probably will never ever release. Joe is like, we figured it out. She's Chris's girlfriend. Do you know what? I would not be surprised if they ever did date. I would be like, yeah, that probably makes sense. Honestly, maybe they should.
Or are you settling for things that have too many additives or isn't good for your engine? And that's all sorts of things.
Your body?
People we spend time with, things we listen to, negativity, what we feed our mind and our body, what kind of focus we have. So what I'm telling
so you did this partially as well for information control. Don't listen to the quote unquote negativity. You mean the truth about how silly this all is, especially at this point, 7 years in? I mean, I don't find us that negative. I think we're funny and we have fun. We have that FUN that you and Chris claim that you guys are missing. We have that over here, so. Just saying.
telling you right now is I am fired up about this message because we are on our way and I cannot wait to hear O News 5. So.
Oh, Lord. It was quite riveting. She needs a tune-up and oil change. I agree. She's like, I can't wait to hear the next one. Next update when Ash says the exact same thing that he has been saying this whole time, but uses different wording. I'm going to be super excited. Super duper excited even.
Right now.
Super duper stupor excited.
Evaluate. Take some time. Get your engines ready because we are going to be driving this forward. And you all need, including
how many puns is she going to do?
Including myself, to be the best you can be and to make sure you're at that premium level to take things to the next level. Okay? So I loved it, Ash. That was great. I really enjoyed it. All right. Mwah. Love you all.
I ain't consent to that kiss, Susie. Take it back. So yeah, she gasses up with premium. Susie is way past her manufacturer recommended mileage. She needs to be sold off for scrap. I agree. Yeah, take action. Take action. But they don't tell you, like, okay, what is being ready? Right? Like, they all keep saying, get ready, get ready, get ready. But what does that look like to them? Like, what does that mean? What is the goal here? Because if you've been going to all of their webinars and you're checking the back office and etc., like, what more are you supposed to be doing to get ready for this business? And after taking these people away from their friends and families for like several years, making them watch all these webinars, you kind of have an audacity to now say, oh yeah, by the way, get your stuff all settled in your real life now. Don't you? Like, maybe they should have been doing that the whole time. Like, it's just all insane. It's all insane. Insanity. But at least her videos are short, so there's that. There is that, because I don't know how much Susie I can take. I can't take any more of her today. Trust me, between that ad read and that video, we're good. We're good on Susie for a while. And Albs, it is finally time, the time that you have been waiting for. You know, because you've just been so upset the last several times that we have done our Unpassive story times. I've had to use other people's stories because good old Ben, wrong Ben, he decided to get all political on us. And he actually wasn't really posting about Unpassive at all. And for a little while, I actually thought he had left. We were all starting to celebrate, to tell you the truth, in the Discord. We were kind of like, you know, he's not posting about it anymore. He seems to be like talking politics now. Maybe he's moved on. Maybe he got out. I really hope that for him. We were all kind of wishing him the best, you know? And then we were watching that one webinar and he popped up in the comments. I believe it was one of Marty's and Chris's. Trying to remember. I believe it was one of theirs. He showed up, left a comment, and then we were kind of like, ah, crap, there he is. I guess he is still stuck in this thing. But he had not posted for a little while. And we usually use him for story times because he does all these long posts, and he was doing them quite regularly just over a year ago when we started these streams, which, believe it or not, we've been doing these for over a year now. These FriYAYs. And this week, we finally heard from him. So this week's story time from Unpassive is going to be a very special episode. You don't know who Ben is. I only think it's funny when it's the man Ram. No homo. Albs loves him. No homo. So I'm very, very excited to announce that it is time. Get comfy, get cozy, curl up, grab a blanket, grab your favorite warm drink or cool drink. I don't know, maybe you want some booze. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to judge Unpassive. Because it is time for a story time from Unpassive. Yes, get comfy. Ram Ben. Yes, it's been a long time since I sat down to write here, like in the old days. Okay, it hasn't been that long. I'll start with a confession. I let AI edit a draft for me about why I haven't written much lately and the reasons for it. It came out so formal, code, and impersonal that I immediately deleted it. Not that I thought that AI would be able to replicate me in this regard, but out of curiosity, I gave it a chance. And it wasn't at all what I wanted. And that, you know, I just kind of go like, Well, what are you doing in an AI MLM then, sir? Like, if you don't like to use AI, what are we doing here? But, okay. Okay. So how are you all doing? I hope you're all well, as much as possible in this world of ours in the summer of 2025. Thank you, Ramben. I'm doing well. When I try to think why I haven't written for a long time, I come to the unavoidable conclusion that there were two main reasons. The first is more personal. Uh-oh. I hope he's okay. And involves the unbearable situation that the neighborhood I live in has fallen into. I will in no way address political, diplomatic, or anything related to who is right. Is anyone right? But when a certain day you stand outside your house in some small and unimportant city, and you see with your own eyes trails of fire in the sky, meaning interceptor missiles, and you use a link, trying to neutralize other missiles, then your spirit sinks a little and the energy for writing almost completely disappears. And this is the thing, is that there are a lot of people that are in Unpassive that are in war-torn up countries right now. And then you have Tanya being like, well, then you're not engaging enough. It's like, because maybe they have real problems going on. There's real problems going on that would stop a lot of the people that you preyed on from being able to plug in every day. But they don't care. They don't think about these things. The second reason is, I suppose, more common to all of us founders, those who felt something, heard something, understood something that is different, other, and real, and joined this movement, this family called OnPassive. Those people who the moment after they first heard the name OnPassive, they also heard for the first time the name Ash Mufareh. And it didn't take us long to understand what a sublime and rare person we're talking about here. I mean, I won't deny that. Not many people would be able to steal $108 million and still want to live after, so there's that. But recently, or rather for almost a year now, things have faded and then almost disappeared altogether. Updates in OES have almost completely ceased. The company's webinars no longer take place, and only very rarely have we heard directly from the CEO. The daily meeting with Robin Lynn Live stopped, and with it the weekly meetings on Mondays with Michael Williams Aim and Julie Wynn, whom we haven't seen since February. And here it's worth mentioning some of the company's leaders who didn't give up, didn't despair. It sounds like he's like saying that those leaders did give up and despair. Sorry. Some of the company's leaders who didn't give up, didn't despair, didn't give up, and continued to appear. Some of them daily from then until this very moment. Among them, Chris Johnson, Marty DeGarmo, Comfort Confor, Gene Oliva, Andy Burks, Tanya Cardiff-English, and I personally have a warm spot in my heart for Red Redfern, who empowers us and gives us energy every time anew. And of course, all those who have not stopped appearing and posting posts, mainly from India or from any other country. And sorry if I forgot someone. Like, you forgot a lot of people I can think of, but anyway. So there you have it. You know the answer. And now, after such a long introduction, let's make our way to the main point. Yes, that's a reason to start writing again. This thing called O News.
Dun, da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Oh, news. Da, 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 da. Oh, news. They're going to act like it's amazing. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. That's funny. Red is the least in the loop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true. But anyway, Ram Ben says, this thing called O News. Listen, I don't know about you, although it seems to me that if you're reading me here, then you're definitely an Unpassivian like me. Some of you, maybe even more. But I'm excited. I'm filled with joy. I feel positive energy crawling under my skin. And I'm like, maybe you should get that checked. I feel the butterflies waking up in the pit of my stomach. Again, that could just be diarrhea. That same old good excitement that we all experienced in the days of the round table on Mondays. Remember those round table Mondays? Lord. This excitement for. No, we don't yet know what it's for. We're all so excited, but we don't know why, but it's great. No, we don't yet know what it's for. We don't yet know what this phase 2 is that they're talking about. We don't know anything about what's about to happen and what it's going to do. We can only guess or imagine or hope and know so much that it's about to happen and how much we're waiting for it to happen. Are you with me? Do you understand me? I'm trying my best. Trying my best, Ram. Trying my best. The cognitive dissonance is showing. It really is. So this morning, I rolled up my sleeves. Metaphorically. It's terribly hot here, so I'm wearing a t-shirt. Thanks, Rambag. I needed to know that. And started going through my entire organizational list. Or should I call it all the people I've added to the company? And most accurately, a list of people to whom I have given the gift of their lives. My God, you gave them life? And some of them don't even know it yet. Oh. And I go through name after name, checking if the data is correct, if the username and password of each of them is correct. I haven't done this for a long time, and now I feel it's time. It's time. And you? And we missed Ramben, especially Albs missed Ramben. So it is amazing to hear from him again. I hope he stays safe. Sounds like where he is, there's a lot going on. And again, this is what I mean when I get so mad at them when they're always like, oh, stay plugged in, blah, blah, blah. Because it's kind of like a situation like this where maybe he had other things to worry about than OnPassive for a little while. So what would you do, Tanya, if he was like, hey, the war just hit us. So for the last several months, I haven't been able to pay attention. What's going on? I would hope that Tanya wouldn't talk to him like she did that person in that last stream that we did where I went through Tanya being very rude, right? But we wish Ram Ben the best. We're so happy he's back. I hope that he makes more OnPassive posts and that he stays safe. And that is it for this week's A Story Time from OnPassive. That is also it for this week's FriYAY with the Sayers of Nay. Because that is usually our last segment. Because it's a lot to read. Chris says to summarize, dismissal news, more dismissal news, more dismissal news, even more dismissal news, but I still believe that Ash will make me a millionaire, even though he said he has no money. Yep, no, pretty much. Pretty much. How dare he not put the cult first, right? And that's the thing. It's like, but it's especially important that they remember these things when, they prey on some countries that are literally in the middle of wars. Just
maybe think of that as well. That's all I asked Tanya to do anyway. You can only hope. So everyone, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today for our FriYAY with the Sayers of Nay. I hope that you had fun and that you enjoyed this little weekly update on the going-ons of OnPassive, all of their shenanigans. I'm hoping to do another one of these in a week or two. I might be doing them, like I said, over the summer every couple weeks. Also, because there's not a lot going on right now. You know, and I want to be able to, if something crazy happens or someone says something ridiculous or Bill Musk uploads something that's just like way out there, I want to be able to also maybe do a short video and, you know, get the word out and just have a little laugh and maybe not have to do a whole FriYAY for it, you know? You know, just because it's summertime. And I actually am taking a bit of a break. All right, I've been getting some stuff around the house done. And I've been relaxing, enjoying my summer. But one thing I do want to say is that right now on my channel, I am doing a lot of little videos that are kind of like PSAs. And I really hope that you guys are going to enjoy them. And so I'll give you a little preview of one that I haven't even posted yet. Ooh, little preview into the content. But they're going to be just kind of little videos just giving Canadian consumers information down in the description as well of where they can go for help if they've been scammed, joined an MLM, end up in a cult, or etc. So if you see me posting them, you know, especially if you're in Canada, please do share them.
Finally convince someone to join your team for $99 today? Does she know you will make rank and she will not be able to feed her family this month? This is an unethical business. Do better. A message from the Canadian anti-MLM movement and Canadian consumers.
I decided to put my apparently I'm very, very good at shock content. And so I've decided to put my shock content to good use. And Canada, way back in the 90s, back when I was growing up and I was a kid, Canada had this crazy commercial about a house hippo in your house. Okay? It was a house hippo. And what the thing is that this commercial came out in like the very early 90s. Like straight up, like came out in like between like 1990 and probably like 1993. I was quite young. And I remember watching this commercial, and the first time I saw it, I was like, there's a hippo? A mini hippo in my house? Because, you know, I'm like 6 years old, right? And then at the end of the commercial, there's a twist. So since you guys are bringing it up, I even, you know, redid that one.
It's night time in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American scam hippo is found throughout Canada and the United States. Scam hippos are very sneaky creatures and are rarely caught, but they'll defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for money, attention, and new victims for their schemes. They thrive on social media, quietly filling inboxes with empty promises of financial freedom. They work around the clock, but the nests have to look very shiny and successful to lure in their prey. Scammer hippos live off of small payments, false hope, and your belief in their why.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? Don't believe everything you see online. Research before you invest and ask questions, kind of like you just did. Protect yourself from scams and MLMs. Think critically. A message from Canadian consumers and Canada's anti-MLM movement. Stay skeptical, stay safe.
Yeah, I just remember being like 6 years old and watching that commercial for the first time and being like, because instead of the scam hippo, they did a house hippo. You know, I kind of was killing two birds with one stone. We were taking on scams and media literacy at the same time. But the point of the commercial was that if you were a little kid and you were watching that for the first time, it was done up like a documentary where you were like, oh my God. And you have to understand, back in the 90s, like, if it was on TV in that style, you believed it. Like, you thought it was like National Geographic. So you were like, whoa, what the hell? And then at the end, of course, it says, that looked really real, didn't it? But it's not. You can't believe everything you see on TV. That shit has stuck with me. I am 39 years old. And that has stuck with me. This damn fucking commercial. So it's something that I've really wanted to be doing for a little while. I finally have been able to put several of them together. I am also going to need help with them. I am going to need some people that I might need some voiceovers for. So especially if you are in Canada, if you are interested in coming and working on just a little short video like that with me, please hit me up. I'm going to be tackling all kinds of things to do with media literacy and scams, cults, etc. And hopefully you guys will see them popping up and around. I'm not going to show you any more. You're going to have to wait for the rest. I already gave you a preview into one. All right. That's supposed to be up tomorrow. But yeah, so I just think that I'm good at doing the shock thing, and so we might as well use it for some good, maybe. Let's see how we do. So I have a few scripts too that I need some people for as well, like I said. So hit me up if you would be interested in doing a reading for me. All of them are going to be probably under a minute and 20 seconds long. I don't think I want to do them any longer than that. So, it's not like a big project or anything, but, let me know. Just wanted to throw that out here before I ended off the stream. If you don't mind, maybe a little bit of self-promo, and hey, come hang out with me and make content with me, and we can warn people about things and actually help make the world a better place, at least a little bit, at least over here in our corner of it. That's all we can do, right? That's all we can do, and hopefully, they'll get some traction. I was thinking about also, I want to run like a Canadian consumer channel. I just haven't figured that out yet. So that's an idea that I have. I would want somebody in Canada who would be willing to work on that with me. And it would, again, just kind of have those videos on them and other little videos showcasing like where people can go in Canada for help if they've been scammed or joined a cult, or need to report things that happen online, that kind of thing. And maybe also we could use it to kind of like promote and highlight a lot of the creators in these spaces that are doing the fabulous work every day to speak out about all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's not anti-American house. It's just I'm in Canada and I've done a lot of work with the US. I really have. But I do have to start, also doing things in my own backyard. And I think I really want to get going on some of that stuff right now. Because the thing is that the USA's anti-MLM community is really big. Canada's anti-MLM community, there's only like 4 of us. So it's like, yeah, it's a little bit smaller. We don't get as much traction. And it's important because we can't report things to the same place. If it's a Canadian company, it's better to report it to the Canadian authorities. Just like if it's a U.S. company, we report it to the FTC, the SEC, right? I think we need to start also speaking about where we report things to in other countries. And I urge you as well, if you're out there and you're in another country, like let's say you're in Australia, you're in New Zealand, you're in, Africa, you're wherever you are, I urge you to start up a channel yourself for your area to speak out about these topics. That is like the best thing ever. You know what I mean? Well, sweet, get going, girl. Let's go. I can help you set up a channel. Start doing it up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying, though. If we could get people from everywhere kind of together, all doing it in their own backyards, and also with the USA, because the USA is kind of like the place where most of them come from, you know? I feel like it would really be a good thing to get going, you know? And then maybe we could all really make some changes in our areas. You know, I've been looking at how to write this bill. It's a lot. We're here in Canada. I'm in Ottawa. So I'm near Parliament. I have the ability to get there. You know, and I'm just kind of like, let's go. Now that things are starting to move in the US, I'm a lot more confident that maybe Canada will be more open here as well to hearing some of the stuff. At least that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. I keep saying I'm going to, and I end up not. It might be time now. Now's the time. I'm telling you. If you wanted to do it now. Because if we can really get this going, get a good momentum over here in this community of getting everybody we can from as many corners as we can speaking out, I do think that we can make changes. I mean, the anti-cult movement right now is doing the best it's ever been. If you're watching what's going on, I know you are, sweet, but I mean just in general out there to everyone, if you guys are watching with what's been going on with those that are speaking out about Scientology, Jehovah's Witnesses, etc., they're really like making waves now, you know? The things are really starting to happen. So the time for all of us to come together to really change society and open their eyes to this shit is now. If there was ever a time, it is right now. You know, we've all been kind of here gearing up for it. We've been like OnPassive. Like, okay, let's go. And I'm saying, I think we've finally reached the time where maybe more people are willing to listen. And if not, I think that we've reached the time where we can really start putting pressure on them too. Let's go, team! All right, I'll stop rambling now. But I hope that all of you enjoy the rest of your FriYAY. All of my sayers of nay, and the rest of you, if you're watching this, you're on OnPassive. You are always welcome, and you're allowed to ask questions here. Don't forget that. Thanks again for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I hope that you all have a fabulous, amazing rest of your evening. Stay tuned to the community tab. I'm always doing something on there. I'm doing something on there no matter what. And I will see you guys all really, really soon with another one. And like always, I love all your faces, and we're in it to win it.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellish, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call. Hey.
And I'm your friend. And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh. If you're doubting or spying or we know who.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3-minute Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want, but only Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune into crazy men talking about their experiences. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday. I love you.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend. Let's go to Guyana.